So yeah, previously on, I don't have the sound effects ready for this.
God.
Thank God.
Yeah, you guys left Reminster. You were on the mission to destroy the purple crystals. You had the choice of where to go, and you chose to go to the mines. In the mines, you met two cool guys from Mortal Kombat. SB, you had a plant growing out of your leg. And Big J was tired from his all-night binge with drugs. You guys got to the mines, and like these ghouls bit everybody and almost killed. It was almost a full. Everybody died.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily, Wand of Healing saved the day. There was a dwarf that you guys melted, and then you found a sealed place. And Wixt, you found a real chill fire elemental. And he just wanted to chill. He wanted to talk about it, but Botham ran right up and attacked, and it was not cool at all.
You attacked the crystal, not him.
Yeah, it was not cool.
Oh, was that the one where we were talking to the Ifrit and I got really friendly and got close enough to try to hit it and my sword bounced off?
Mm-hmm.
You did, yeah.
Dropped your sword or some shit.
Not cool, man.
I almost dropped all my weapons. Yeah, that was great.
That was his like initiative start quote. Was not cool, man.
That's mean to you.
Yeah, so you defeated the real chill fire elemental, and at the end of the fight, Scorpion came back out of the crystal, and he was really upset with you guys. He started causing the cavern to collapse. Your friend Brynwald tackled Scorpion and told you to get in the crystal. And yeah, when we last left, everybody had made the leap across the lava into the crystal.
Yeah, and I fumbled.
Yeah, you fumbled. One second. That do stuff? There you go. Epic music. So yeah, everybody leveled up too. I don't think I mentioned that. If you didn't level up, there's stats I pasted in the chat. You can go and you can like update your character while we go.
Cool.
And so yeah, you all jumped over the precipice into the crystal, and what you thought looked like a hard kind of sheet of glass was not. It swallowed up your bodies, and for a moment your senses were completely disoriented. But your eyes kind of come back to realizing what's going on. And you realize the following situation. You find yourself in a strange new place. For sure, this is a place you're not familiar with. Everything seems ghost-like. There doesn't appear to be any floor. There's no ground. There's nothing like that. All that there appears to be is a beam flying in three-dimensional space through like the world and off into the distance that seems to begin here. And a battle raging around you. Everybody with a green icon is on your side, and everybody on the red side is bad guys. But yeah, so you find yourself here. The beam of energy is purple and rages nearby. It kind of hums and crackles. And it's bright enough to light the whole area so you can see what's going on. From where you're standing, it seems like when you jumped through the crystal, you came out of this beam. All around you, there's soldiers dressed like Brynwald. They're wearing a visor made of a strange metal, and they wield big two-handed pole arms. And they're fighting everywhere, in all directions. There's some undead that you've seen before, and some weird creatures you haven't recognized at all. Everyone and everything has a gray-purple hue and seems slightly transparent. There's no floor, no land, no buildings, nothing in sight except this beam and the battle around it. Brynwald floats in front of you, next to his blink dog companion. And yeah, he shouts at you guys, "Go north along the beam. My men will hold them for you."
Neat.
Go forth where?
North.
Which way is north? I don't see any way to bear. Okay, whatever. I'll follow the beam. I just
Where
point
are
that way.
we?
Follow the beam.
Okay.
Follow the beam. Following the beam.
So as no, wait, no, you gotta.
So wait, like we're not fighting this shit? Damn, what the fuck?
So you all try to move in like the nature that you would on Earth with your feet, and nothing happens. Your feet waggle in place, and you're unable to move.
Is there like a means of propulsion that I can use?
Do we swim?
Yeah, right. Like, what do I fly? Like, I see-
Gringold kind of looks at you guys and laughs. He says, "You haven't been here before, huh? You don't move with your legs here."
I look at my spells.
He says, "You have to use your mind."
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't write these rules.
I cast Mage Hand and have it push me.
Oh
wait, no, that's not strong enough. Never
I don't
mind.
know if that works. Yeah, no,
It doesn't.
I don't
It
know.
doesn't. It's 5 pounds only.
But yeah, so the gist of it is that you have to think about where you want to move. You have to focus on it, and it requires essentially like a concentration to be able to move somewhere. You don't use your feet; you use your mind.
Ah, shit.
No. Tell me what to roll.
I have written here in my DM notes: who chooses to fly like Superman?
Me. I definitely choose to fly like Superman.
Oh yeah, I definitely do.
So yeah, focusing on it and thinking about it and spending your concentration thinking about that you want to actually move that way rather than activating your muscles. You just kind of focus on it and you find yourself slowly accelerating in the direction you intended.
Fair. So we can now move that way.
As you guys move northwards, you start your movement, north. Over here is the super spooky bad guy. Can I do that? Yeah, I think I can.
What the?
He's a super spooky bad guy. He's real long and spindly, and he's covered in like chitin. And he wields this really long staff that you can see that's obviously technological, that kind of one half appears to be a blade. Around him is a red aura of energy, and he seems like he is very much about to burst.
Ignore that guy and keep going north as fast as we can.
Okay. Sure, you guys can move your dudes now. And yeah, as you get here, as you kind of get nearby this guy, he his counter thingy counts down. And he explodes. He's got like a big red sphere around him, and it's now large and bloated. It erupts. All the soldiers that you see standing here all like scream as like the orb of fire like engulfs them.
Yeah, never seen that before. Don't know if I can hit it. Never been here before. Getting the fuck out.
Whatever the creature did appeared to have hurt itself too. But it's still fighting with its big spear. And yeah, all around you there's stuff fighting. There's creepy worm monsters that look like they're made out of human flesh, and he's like biting dude's neck off. And the other guy comes up and chops it and kills him.
Yep, just gonna keep on strolling.
Getting the fuck out. I advise you guys to do the same. Superman might want to come along.
I pretend I have really bad gas and try to fart so I can go faster.
You can fart, but it does not aid your acceleration in this world.
Damn it.
You must think about. You must focus on the fart. No.
Do I need to roll a fortitude save so I don't shit myself?
No. Those are the kind of dice rolls I'm gonna ask for ever.
Or can you roll if you succeed? You purposely shit yourself.
Oh god, just fucking movie characters. Let's
Okay,
go.
so here's the best approximation of like the ethereal plane in an image I could find, just as like a background.
Fair.
So yeah,
Where are we?
Everywhere and
while
nowhere.
you guys are here, this isn't like a location. This is more of a kind of like the splash screen, right? This is like
Okay.
the place we're at, the inn, you know.
The Luke's there.
Yeah, Luke's here. Brynwald's here. Luke looks at you guys and he's like, "Where the fuck are we?"
I don't know, dude. Like, hold on, fucking dude. Where the fuck are we?
Can I attempt to use my knowledge of the planes to make that determination?
You can make a knowledge of planes check. Yes.
Pretty sure I just put a point in it too. I did. Hey.
Being a rogue, yeah, I don't know. I guess you like studied some books. How would you describe that your character knows about the planes, right?
As I've learned more about my wizardry aspects of things through meditation and reading of ancient texts and learning the origin of certain spells, I've learned where some of the ethereal and astral energies that I use to cast spells comes from, and thus has given me some a fundamental knowledge of how the astral plane interacts with us.
Yeah, it's good. I forgot you're being wizards and stuff. So yeah, you can recognize immediately that this is the ethereal plane. This is a weird, ghostly place where it's you can see the real world as a faint kind of outline, but you can't interact with it anyway. So, now the battle's not raging so intensely. Like you can see down below you, there's actually a ground down there, but the ground is real faint and ghost-like, and there's trees and there's kind of things here, but they're just ghostly figments. They don't seem real, and you can't touch them.
Oh.
I don't like things I can't touch.
There doesn't seem to be any sense of up or down other than just like that you can see the floor down there, but like you could very well just float upside down.
Don't think I like this very much. I don't like being here. We're in the land of the dead. That's scary.
What?
Brynwald kind of speaks up at this and he says, "Land of the dead, I think you've got it all wrong.
Is this not the place that souls go when they die?
There are some souls here, but not all of them, come here through death. Me and my men are one example of such."
Interesting.
But yeah, Brynwald kind of says, "Welcome. This is where I'm from." And it's, what we're doing here is we're following this beam. I don't know where it goes. My men have scouted around, but they haven't got to the end of it. My men do know that up ahead the beam enters some kind of complex, or it kind of the beam seems to like disappear to us at some one point and reappear further along, and we're not sure quite what it means, but it's kind of near an old weird old relic that we've known about for a long time. He says, "Wherever this beam's going, like, it's important that you guys get there and you stop the calling from happening."
Can you touch it? Is it dangerous?
I wouldn't touch it if I were you.
Okay, fair enough.
Pretty much the beam is, Brynwald explains that him and his people don't really know what this is. They've never seen anything like it, but it's been around in their world for a while now, and it seems to have been growing. He explains that his people are soldiers here, and they learned about your world a long time ago. They figured out that whatever world they're in here is ghostly and ethereal, and that we have this window into your world, right?
But this is your original world? Or no?
He explains that yes, he's lived here, and so has everyone he's ever known for as long as anyone can remember. Welcome, Chess.
Yo. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
Chess, are you ready? Okay, you gotta join this, but hope you like improv.
No, I hate improv. I've never done it
Yeah,
before in my life.
so Brynwald kind of explains some more that his people have only recently found how to interact with your world. It hasn't always been the case that he could come to what the material plane, what you know as the world. It wasn't always that him and his soldiers could travel there, and even still, there are dire costs and consequences, and we can't stay for long.
Okay.
So he
how
explains that the same is true for you now, right?
Mhm.
That you're here for a time, but you can't stay for long. It's dangerous.
So are the crystals like gateways into your world then? That's what it looks like. Oh.
He explains that in his people's time here, they have records of things like this, like rifts that kind of open that make an easy path between one place for another. But as far as his history knows, people have only ever gone in them and never been seen from again. It was only lately that they figured out how to traverse these planes. So Brynwald and his people don't use the crystals to transport between planes. They know that they had to know how to do it with their own technology.
And what do they use exactly to translate between the two planes if they're not using the crystals? Is it a spell?
He explains it has to do with the visors. They all wear visors and boots of a very specific metal that their sages here in this land have figured out how to imbue with the power to switch between planes at will.
So is that wouldn't have metal I'm holding in my pack, is it? I pull out an ore sample.
Brynwald sees the ore sample and he's very shocked, and he shouts at you to put that down. He reaches out to try to knock it out of your hand.
I put it back in my backpack. What's so bad about it?
You motherfucker.
He explains that metal is very dangerous.
Is it toxic?
The metal does not have anything to do with the transport between planes, but yes, it has a type of toxic energy is probably what your people would call it.
Is it weird if I want it more?
The longer you keep it around, the more trouble it will be. I recommend you hurl it as far as you can.
Can I get some armor like you have?
We do not give our armor away for free. You can possibly join our order, but you're not from this plane. You can't stay for long.
Yes, but with that suit of armor, I could travel to my plane and here.
Okay, so there's a like a comic book lightning bolt across the screen, and everything here fades to black. And we come back, enter scene right. We're back in Reminster. It shows the clock. It's 3 a.m. Sigbert is perched on a stool in the cadence drink. He's holding a large ornate mug, and the room is packed with other bar attendees gathered around him in anticipation, listening to him eagerly.
This will be good.
A fat, red-faced cleric wearing a plain brown robe looks at Sigbert incredulously, and he says, "You trying to tell me you arm wrestled a troll named Detu and won? There's no way you're that strong."
I arm wrestled 2 trolls named Detu. Weird enough, I know. But I did it. And more than that, I challenged them to a drinking contest and also won that. Because Caden Kalian is strong in his followers.
The whole bar erupts in laughter. They clearly don't believe your claims of arm wrestling a troll. But yeah, you want to challenge the guy to a drinking game?
Challenge this guy that's talking to me to a drinking game?
Yeah,
Hell yes.
Talking to a guy, yeah, he wants to drink.
Hell yes.
Okay, so the rest of the crowd kind of disperses and laughs and goes back to their seats and stuff. And this guy, he's sat next to you at the bar. And he says, "You want a competition, eh? How about we try this special stuff?" And he pulls a black bottle out of his from under his cloak. It's a completely black bottle. There's no label on it at all. And yeah, he pulls it out of his bag and he plops the cork out of it and he pulls over 2 glasses and he pours one for himself and he looks at you and kind of is waiting for approval.
Yeah, I'll do it. Why not? Any chance to try out something new is fine by me.
Says, this is the good stuff. Illicit wine.
Oh, well.
So yeah, he tilts the bottle over to the top of your cup, and he tilts it much further than you would expect it to tilt for a wine bottle, and no liquid comes out. He holds it straight vertical and knocks on it like you would a ketchup bottle, and one glop, like kind of like ketchup, glops out into your cup. And as soon as it hits your cup, it kind of like reforms back into a perfect glob. The liquid is very viscous and it sticks to the edges of the, it like kind of balls up in the cup unnaturally, and it smells like sugar and licorice.
Did you just pour candy in my cup?
Something like that.
You
He
know,
says, we'll see how good a drinker you are.
is this drinking or eating? Fuck it.
Yeah, and then the two of you clink your cups on the table and like both bottoms up back. The weird ball of liquid kind of like rolls down the side of the mug.
Got it.
It goes in your mouth and it kind of fills up your throat, and it seems like it doesn't want to go down your throat. It tastes like sweet metal and medicine. The guy across the bar kind of looks at you, and you look at him. You make a fortitude save.
Fortitude save.
Being pretty fortuitous, you look at the guy next to you, and you're kind of holding it down. It burns. It burns like the strongest whiskey you've ever had. The guy next to you looks at you, and you can tell he's having a really hard time too. He's like not able to handle it.
Go ahead.
He's like sticking his tongue out, and he's like trying to like wipe his tongue with his shirt.
That's a pretty good swig, really. What'd you call this stuff?
Solange Piaget Knowles.
What?
Also known anonymously as
asking,
Solange.
are you talking to Alexa? Are you dungeon mastering with Alexa?
No, I don't know why she started. I'm so sorry.
That's funny.
What
yeah,
the fuck was that?
As soon as you ask the guy what liquid this is, he blinks out of existence. He was there the last time you blinked your eyes, but the next time he wasn't.
What the hell? Did I just have a drinking contest with a magician?
A couple people nearby kind of saw, but like they weren't paying too much attention, and they look at you like kind of confusedly.
Listen, I had nothing to do with that. I don't know why we went.
And your vision goes black.
What?
And you get topply off the top of your stool. The last thing you remember is the bar stool falling out from under you and falling down into the darkness. Back at the laser beam. Back to you, Bob, at the laser beam. What's the weather like over there?
Fucking undead.
You guys are here, and your like super important conversation with Brynwald got interrupted. Out of the Brynwald says, "Listen close while I explain the calling. It all started And at the same time, really silly music starts, and out of the side of the beam comes Ches. He's flopping and he's flipping and he's flying around in the air, and he's like clearly like not in control of his body.
What the fuck is this music?
Can I like try to like swim over to him and like grab him to stabilize him?
Yeah, he's about 10 feet away. Yeah, you can easily reach out and grab him and stabilize him. Ches, you are quite inebriated, and you find yourself in a weird ghostly place where everything, you can't move with your legs. Everything seems real misty and strange, and there's nothing in sight except a beam that goes into the distance.
All right, look. I've been drunk before, but this is a new level. This is... He looks up. Caden, what are you trying to show me?
Luke looks at you and he's like, "Who is this guy?"
Oh Lord, what have we done?
The party cleric. I shake my head.
Your cleric
Oh,
looks a
hello.
bit drunk.
Oh, hello. Knife Hands McStabberson.
Pretty sure you know his name is a bottom.
I'm pretty
Yeah, we
sure.
learned that, yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Even if I did, I don't know if Luke does.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
Luke
nod
does, yeah.
accordingly. Yes, Knife Hands McStabberson. Absolutely. I'm glad you know my third alias.
Okay, so yeah, Ches rejoins the party. We come back to super serious mode.
lols. This fucking music.
Yeah, so
Is that is that
Bryn-
is that
Brynwald-
FF9 I'm detecting?
you are correct, yeah.
I think we just need to see playing.
That other song was FF9 too, so.
Yes, it was.
But yeah, so Brynwald kind of looks at you and looks at your weird cleric strangely. And he says, "Do you know what we fight against? Do you know what the calling is?
Hell no.
Have you heard of the Aslanti? If anybody has like knowledge history, you can make a roll there."
Unfortunate. The one that said hell no actually has history.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Knowledge history roll.
Yeah.
It's probably just Pat. I don't know. Maybe somebody else.
Yeah, I've only got knowledge religion.
Religion probably counts too, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty. I think that applies. Ches. Drunk ass Ches.
Doing everything on hard
How,
mode.
how would you like role play that you're like, I know this story?
I've had many communes with Caden Kaleen, and he has shared this tale with me before.
So the Aslanti were the name of the first people on the world you come from, the material plane, right? The place you come from is called Galarion. And he says, good, you know the beginning. What else do you know? And he's clear. It's clear by the looks on your faces that you don't know more. And so he says, okay, let me explain. Long ago, the first people on Galarion were called Aslanti, as you know. They were put here by a greater power, the Aboleths. The Aslanti created most of the magic items in the world, the ones you use here in your hands, probably. But they eventually became proud and arrogant, and they felt no need to heed their alien creators. And the Aboleths, in retaliation, performed the original calling. The calling they performed summoned an ancient poisoned shard of a misformed planet in the form of a meteor coming towards Galarion. And the Aboleth's plan was to get revenge on the first people and to destroy all life on Galarion so they could start again.
Yeah.
That story.
So yeah, I don't
So
do
yeah,
I
the
don't do
original-
Aboleth, so fuck you guys, I'm out.
Whoa, where are you going? No.
He explains that the Abulas are kind of weird squid, octopusy kind of space monsters as far as all of their myth says. That they've never heard of or seen one, but that this is the history that has been passed down throughout the world.
Come on, guys. We can take an Abby.
So yeah, he explains that the Aboleths weren't really the true issue. The issue was the meteor coming for the planet, right? And that this occurred, right? As far as we know, this already happened. The meteor came. Our legends go on to explain that there was a goddess of the moon, Okavna. The goddess of the moon moved the moon, and she herself physically blocked the meteor, causing it to break into shards. Though it looked like victory, Kavna was severely injured in her blocking of the meteor, and the shards of the meteor still fell towards the planet. The shards of the meteor hit Galarion, of which there's giant continents and craters to prove it. Destroyed a whole continent, destroyed a whole civilization. The Aslantes stopped existing, and it plunged the world into the Age of Darkness for millennia. From our side, we thought all life was lost. You know, we thought we would never see creatures on the other side again, but clearly something survived, and your people and your world is still full of life. We cannot allow it to happen again.
So you're trying to tell me that a meteor smashed into our world, burned it, killed all these people, and now we're still living on the same planet? And the meteor's probably... the crystals are part of the meteor?
Close. But yeah, the first part was all right, yes. The meteor came already. A lot like our real world, right? We have like the dinosaur extinction happen with a big meteor.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing happened in the past, right?
Got it.
But some life survived. That's what we are. That's what everything we know is. And he's trying to help. He doesn't want this to happen again, right? And from his ethereal realm, things are safe and they don't worry about the meteor. But he doesn't wish to see your civilization fall again. And nor do any of his soldiers or his whole order of knights.
So they're basically Knights of the Crystal. Got it.
So yeah, Brynwald says no. We're not attached to the crystals by any means. On our side, they're we can't see the crystals. We can only see them when we travel to the material world. The crystals appear to be conduits across the planes. It's some type of sorcery we don't understand.
So, have you guys ever met any ends of this beam?
Brynwald explains that where we came through was the beginning of the beam, or at least one end of it.
Right.
He hasn't ever explored the other end completely, nor have his men, but him and his med lend a sortie to the source of the beam, right? And because they thought that you might have to escape your world through theirs. So they were here on the other side, waiting, pretty much. They held the monsters at bay so that you could come through and travel along the beam to the other end.
And we have a short time to be here, so we should probably mosey on and get back into our world, maybe?
So the beam is surely powering something, and at some point, the calling will happen. No one can know when.
On our planet, not
Next
here.
next Tuesday is my prediction.
What is Tuesday?
Yeah.
Um,
We do have calendars.
We
I don't
have
know
no
if it's
days
the
or
same
nights.
thing. Oh, well.
Tuesdays are just second Mondays.
You measure time in a constantly increasing number.
Of Mondays, yes.
Yes, we have measurement on our planet. I don't know about you.
Ask me how I know it's a new day.
The current cycle is 21,271,329.
That's a really specific number there.
He's like, yeah, we
That's
got to work on
almost
that.
that's almost as many hangovers as I've had, really.
He's like, yeah, they're getting hard to remember, man.
This is why we have our system.
Okay, so yeah, that's all the spiel I have to drop about this guy. If you guys have any questions for Brynwald, he's willing to answer them.
How do I get back to my planet?
And how do I get a dog?
Okay, so Pat first he says, likely the beam is a conduit between the planets, right? So in your world, I saw that the beam seemed to come from a mountain and go off into the distance. I don't know where it went, but it was in the air, right?
Oh.
In our world, we're floating alongside the beam, so you could likely transfer back to your plane from here. But I do believe you would be quite some distance above the ground, and your plane has a weird thing. What's it called?
Gravity.
That's it. Yeah, like makes you go down really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we figured that out once we started going over there. It's really hard to get used to.
I believe they call that tequila. Makes you go down really fast.
No. Don't confuse him.
You'll have to teach me of this tequila. Another time.
Yeah, I think we can handle that.
Yeah, then he turns to Taliesin and he says, "The dogs. You're interested in them, huh?"
Uh-huh.
He kind of snaps his fingers, and his dog shows up next to him. And goes, "Ruff, ruff." And the dog kind of like approaches you apprehensively and sniffs. And yeah, Brynwald explains that these dogs are not what they seem. Like, I've seen your dogs in your world, and these are similar but much different. These dogs are smart. These dogs make decisions on their own. They're not just companions.
So, like, hypothetically, if we had an animal from our world, we brought it into this world, could you make it into a blink, quote-unquote, animal?
No, it doesn't. It's not a process. It's just a natural creature.
Yeah.
They roam the area. They hunt in packs, and they have sage leaders. They often, trade. They don't speak common, but they do speak their own language. There are ways to communicate. They're smart enough. And yeah, the blink dog goes, ruff, ruff, and he like kind of blinks back. He's like peeing on the beam.
Really?
See that right there? That is why I want one.
Peeing on the beam?
Yeah, he's peeing on the beam. He lifts his leg
boy.
up, yeah.
Just not to go into further of a joke, but what happens when the dog pees on the beam?
The dog lifts its leg and it squirts the urine into the beam, and it just disappears. It kind of, doesn't. The beam doesn't seem to react. The beam is just humming and kind of sizzling on its own already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Did you
urine
just let that dog
disappears.
piss in that beam?
I would hate to be underneath that crystal back in the real world.
That's what I'm saying.
Someone's about to get rained on.
It's fine.
Someone's about to get R. Kelly'd on.
Whoa.
I have no idea who that is, and even if I did, no, never mind. That was a good one. I can't contest that.
But yeah, Brynwald explains that his dog is not his creature to tell what to do. His dog is more of his partner. His dog understands things without having to be told.
Okay, where do I find a pack of them? Try to befriend one.
He says, like, look, there's a lot of beam ahead. We got to go down the beam, right? That's the idea, is we're trying to get to the end. We might run into a wild pack. We could try to see if maybe what Jet thinks, he might be able to spot him better than we could. And yeah, he
Sure.
explains his dog's name is Jet.
Jet.
So, do you have any tips for us on how to kill the creatures in this plane?
It depends what creature. Like, which ones are you talking about?
I don't know.
Punch 'em really
Everything
hard.
seems kind of ghostly. So, do you just have any like general tips?
Not everything here is ethereal. If you have a magic weapon, that'll hit anything, even if it's a ghost.
I'm a magic weapon.
Or if you could enhance your weapons in some way. And yeah, at the word, he kind of like his hand glows and he touches his own weapon and it glows. You recognize the spell as Bless.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, I can
But
do
most
that.
of the creatures you'll find here are, bleed just as you would.
Gotcha.
They just simply can switch between one plane and another at will. Most times, anyways. We just
Okay.
recently figured it out.
I got you covered, Pat. Make your fists magical.
They already are.
I make them more magic.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, dude. I think Big J needs some weapons that need to glow, but I'll take it.
Nah, bro, I got
can't
this.
do that.
Like
can
out
just-
of character, level 4 I get fucking ethereal fist.
Well, I'm gonna be able to put some force behind it.
That's fine. I'm just letting you guys know.
The only thing I can do for Jay now is give him +4 to strength. If I buff him.
So, tally forth.
Brynwald says, yeah, if that's all, tally forth.
Howdy ho.
Go!
Let's fucking go!
Okay, yeah, and he takes one quick look at the lot of you and he says, you guys look like you've seen better days.
Where's the rum?
Seems as though he's just drunken cleric or something. Does the drunk cleric know how to heal?
Does the drunk cleric know how to heal?
I mean, I don't know. Are you one of those death clerics or something?
No,
understand
I know how to
people.
heal.
When he's
Hang
not
on.
when he's not hammered drunk at the bar.
I know how to heal better when I'm hammered drunk at the bar. Thank you.
I mean, you cast your last spell like 4 weeks ago. It's cool.
Okay, look, I've been saving these up. All right.
Yeah, Ches has been studying his religion at the bar, and he actually also leveled up. From
Yup.
getting drunk.
Okay, so hang on.
That's at least the in-lore reasons.
Okay, so we're all kind of close together, yeah?
Yeah, you can whatever AoE people if you want to heal. Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna channel positive energy at least once. So everyone heals for 7. And I'm
Hey,
assuming
sweet
When
dice rolls.
when we level, the HP we get from leveling, does that go into our like current HP as well?
Yeah, you actually get that, I would say.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I didn't know.
also gonna do it one more time.
You guys heal BRB.
Y'all heal for another 11.
So what is it? 18?
Yep.
Math is hard.
I'm maxed out. I'm good to go.
I'm close. I'm only 8 points away, so I'm good.
35. And then I got 8 plus 4. In that regard. So I'm at 47. I'm pretty full.
Potham's still here. Probably not.
Alex, you're muted.
I need to like record this shit in between. My mom's like, "You want a taco?"
Hell yeah. Dude, I want a
love his
taco.
Tell your mom that I want a taco, and she's gonna send it all the way to Tennessee.
I want a taco. That would be great.
Mom, my
imagine?
friends want tacos.
Can you imagine? His mom would do it too. Love her to death.
She totally would, yeah.
Love her to death. She would
What did you guys heal? You healed like 18 total?
18 total, and then you told us that we could get.
Yeah, I'm just
The
healing up a
thing.
possum. That's fine. I believe you.
No, you're fine.
I believe you. You manage
Most,
your life.
yeah, most of us are like fully healed, so it's all good.
Okay, everybody here ready?
Mhm.
I guess
See.
Alex muted, but whatever.
So
It's
yeah,
not a
Possum
boss.
had to do his thing.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
what
don't know
I
how you
figured.
guys feel about it, but we kind of got most of the gist of the thing here. I think it's okay to keep going, really.
We still got 4 people, so.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Go for it.
Saved game night, Chaz. Said you saved game night.
Yay.
So yeah, you guys choose to travel down the beam. Yeah, new music for that. But yeah, so with focus and with consideration, Ches goes through the same thing where he tries to waggle his feet and like nothing happens and he doesn't move.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
I just want to point out that I'm no longer doing simple Superman pose. I am now like double fisting forward, birds up. Just flying, flipping the bird.
Okay,
Oh Jesus.
everybody's fine. It takes lots of your concentration, and it's very like strenuous after doing it for an hour.
Hmm.
I need someone to make a roll for the party. Just a D20 and also a D6
Well,
D20 and a D6? Alright.
separately. Just one for the whole group. Okay, 8
8 and 3.
and 3.
We all die.
You all die. Yes.
Right into a
what
black
it says.
hole.
That's what it says here in my table. Yes, you all die.
Alright.
The end.
See you guys next year.
Yeah.
We try to get this shit together again.
1 moment loading-ish. No, I think we're probably good.
Yeah.
Yes. Please hold loading.
Got it.
I'm gonna go play Bloodstained. I'm kidding.
No, I'll kill you.
You won't have to because he's fucking playing Bloodstain. He'll be one.
No, I'll kill you.
No, I'll kill you.
Oh.
Sorry, we're loading the results of your dices.
I guess I could be nice and actually exit Osu.
Yo, what the fuck, Pat? Quick click at circles.
I mean,
I gotta slay the spire up.
the fuck?
Okay, so you guys float along the beam. It's pretty calm. Nothing seems to be really going on. Your mind kind of grows weary from the constant thought that it requires, much like your feet kind of, get weary when you haven't exercised them a lot. So your mind's not really quite ready for the strenuous activity yet, right? Like your mind's getting blisters.
What?
This
Brain
This
blisters.
place doesn't it doesn't fill your senses with sights or smells or sounds like the real world does, like walking down a trail in nature, right? It's just silence. All you have is the humming of the beam and the darkness around you. There doesn't appear to really be anything around. It's just kind of a big flat plane below you.
But my body's a weapon and so is my mind. Blisters are nothing.
You got mind blisters. Everybody's got mind blisters. From
Whatever.
strenuous mind trail.
Alright.
I actually thought about doing like, okay, everybody's move speed is like their wisdom plus their intelligence or something.
Oh
Like,
Jesus!
it wasn't fun enough.
No.
I
I
thought about it,
in
right?
the
You know.
fucking fighter with every fucking
No.
move.
You guys were all like 2 away from each other, and Pat was like in the lead. So yeah, it wasn't interesting. But yeah, so yeah, you flew through the darkness and you got mind blisters, and
I feel like I have blisters on my mind.
You're always blistered.
I
feel like
Cannot-
he's not sharing.
I share.
When's the last time you shared?
When was the last time we actually were together?
Exactly.
The last time you shared.
It's not my fault you went off on an adventure while I was communing with my god.
And I was out whoring myself out there to make some money and feed everybody.
And I know
you were at the bar,
I know
drinking
you
with all
work.
your pals while I'm holding down the fort, taking care of the kids.
I know you work hard for wait, kids. How long has it been?
how long was I in that bar?
Not long enough for him to spawn children.
Anyways,
I like the way you put that. Spawn children.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, as you float down the beam, ahead of you see kind of a flash of light, and it's gone a second later, and then a few seconds again, and you see another flash, and ahead of you stands a cute-looking pupper. He's a blinky pupper. He's got like kind of lightning trailing all behind him. He's kind of at a distance, about 60 feet away. He is eyeing the group tentatively. The dog you're with, Jet, who he's like a much cooler dog. He's got a face mask. Check out that face mask. He also has the face mask like the soldiers do, you know, like that lets them transfer between planes. But yeah, MS Paint for the win. He's a completely unique monster.
Hello, doggy.
He blinks out of existence and reappears in existence. He's a much bigger pupper. And he reappears right in front of this other one. This other one turns to him and they like touch noses and like pupper greet each other and sniff each other's butts. They seem to be, you know, continually sniffing each other. Does anybody have a reaction to this situation? How would your character feel about weird pupper encounters?
Sigbert is having to fight the urge to go up and pet one of these dogs.
Pat cares not for puppers? I heard you go,
Yeah, not the
Okay.
dogs. Move along.
don't know what to say.
Do you like dogs? SP's nervous about his like dog job interview.
Job interview. Taking care of the dogs.
My companion application.
His dog interview.
Does the root bar like dogs?
No, I'm just kind of like indifferent.
I think Apotham is also like, I want to pet the dog. So we'll segregate you guys and like cares about dogs and doesn't care about dogs. I think Luke probably wouldn't care about dogs too.
Fuck you, Luke.
And Brynwaldar loves puppers. Oh, we don't have Ches.
God damn it!
That
Where'd the cleric go again?
We lost Jess again.
Oh, the cleric is still here somewhere. Hello.
He was lagging behind drinking from his like flask.
It had been a solid like 5 minutes since I drank something. I just
So you are so drunk you're leaving a blur behind you.
You call
That's
him.
only the third time I've been that drunk.
So the jet pupper blinks back over in front of Brynwald, and he kind of like looks up at Brynwald, and then he just kind of does like a sit, even though there's no ground. He like does the sit, and he just kind of chills. He's just sitting next to Brynwald. He's kind of happy with the situation. He doesn't mind the presence of this other dog. The other dog kind of sniffs at you guys and takes a couple tentative steps forward.
I step forward.
Oh, there's a pupper. The pupper looks at you. It's hard to judge. It's using pupper body language. You can try to approach with animal handling check.
Alrighty.
How would you deal with a wild pupper? Like, you got some steak? You got some squeaky toy?
Can I throw a thunderstone at it?
Well, first.
No.
I mean, he could if he wanted to, but I'd be
You
pissed.
could if you want to, yeah. This would disappoint your friend, though.
Nah, I won't ruin the moment yet.
Yeah.
I have. Shit. I don't know. All these things are aged.
Give it a ration.
Fuck it. I'll pull out my pipe and tobacco.
Okay. What are you doing with your pipe and tobacco?
I'm just gonna be like, light it up, pull out Flint, whatever, light it, and be like, "I'd like to have a puff."
You're gonna say that to the dog?
That, and also I'm just gonna be like, knelt down, point it towards him. The end.
The dog kind of approaches and sniffs at the pipe, but as soon as the smoke kind of gets near its nose, it kind of makes a sneeze. Like, and kind of takes a step back again.
Right. I get that, man. It's a little hard to take in, You get used to it. It's actually.
Behind the dog, there's a larger dog that goes, blinks in, blink.
Fuck me.
And a few seconds later, a few more dogs kind of all blink in. The dog in the front here turns around, notices them immediately, and blinks back over to the big dog. Big dog kind of looks at him. He looks at you guys, and he takes a step back. And all the other dogs all seem to kind of take a step back. And big dog again kind of takes a couple steps towards you. He's looking right at you.
I'm sorry, is he looking right at us?
He's looking.
Thank you.
He's looking.
He's not.
He's looking. It was way too easy. I had to.
That low fucking fruit. You gotta get some low fruit joke.
That was great.
Oh god.
So yeah, there's the pupper here. It looks at you tentatively. SB, you're kind of in the lead, and Jet kind of is just chilling. He's sitting like a good dog. He's waiting to see what happens.
Oh god, that was good.
Dog has shown no interest in your pipe, though.
Well, I just wanted to say,
what is your character's intent?
I would like to have a good companion to watch my back and for me to watch theirs.
Are you trying
Somebody
to
I
get the
can
dog
trust.
stoned?
No.
You can try to make an animal handling check, right? But what are you gonna do? Offering the animal a pipe is not an animal handling check. You're gonna try to scratch him on the head?
Well, it's hard to figure that out because
You got a crispy biscuit in your
they're
backpack?
higher intelligence than any other normal piece.
Yeah, but you still can't talk to them, so they still think you're dumb.
True. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just, reach out my hand, see about petting them.
Okay, yeah, you reach out your hand and the pupper comes right up and he kind of sniffs at your hand and make an animal handling check.
Make a animal handling check.
Animal
Lecter check.
Get it. Roll
Handle
the dice.
that animal.
No.
5.
I saw I hit that 17 and it just said nope.
Yeah, the popper sniffs your hand, and he sniffs your hand, and he doesn't move back, right? But he just sniffs your hand. And he kind of sits there. He doesn't like engage with your hand in any way.
Give him the tummy rubs.
I was thinking about paw. Grab paw, like try to shake.
Okay, yeah, you can make another animal handling check.
Yeah,
The popper looks tentatively at you.
Yay.
But yeah, okay, so you reach down and grab the pupper's hand. In this world, the legs aren't really like on the ground, right? So like you can freely grab his hand and kind of pull it towards you. The dog looks in you in the eye, like quizzically. In the background, the other dogs, the three little ones, they all blink and disappear, and then the big dog kind of like takes a couple steps forward, turns around, and blinks and disappears.
Disaster avoided. I guess. Anybody got any food? Any meat?
Throw a Pokeball.
Balls.
Probably are Pokeballs in this game, I bet. Yeah, I think there are. It's like an alchemist class.
Well, why don't you kneel down and ask for its hand and companionship? Eh?
Well, the thing is, it doesn't actually understand me. It has to be physical gestures.
Right. You gotta gesture you're kneeling and look it deep into the eyes and be like, come with me.
If you want to live.
Sure.
What is that that hand motion where they did it's like a single stick break, and then like they would do combine like their hands and like stacked sticks strong or some bullshit.
I'm sorry, friend. You're speaking
Yeah, no, I
language.
don't understand what you meant either, so I apologize.
It's a whole metaphor about being alone. You could get hurt, but the more of you that are there, the stronger you are.
Oh, I see what you're trying to do.
Yes.
But you don't have any sticks.
You use your fingers.
Use candles.
True, I could do that. Yeah.
You lost me.
Okay, so what he's trying to insinuate is that if he gets one candle and he breaks it, it's weak, right? And he wants to insinuate to the dog that if there's a lot of candles, they don't break so easy. And in doing that, he wants to explain to the dog with these motions that if the dog joins us, that he would be stronger than being by himself.
Okay.
Join the pack where you'll be stronger with us.
Doing like hand motions, like you single, snap us, join us. All no break.
The dog kind of eyes you quizzically, but he kind of looks you in the eyes, and he seems like he'll follow you. He takes a step over and he looks at the other big pupper and he goes, "Bark!" And the big pupper goes, "Bark!" And then he turns back and he looks at you and he's just got like love in his eyes. Bark!
Sweet.
Bark! There is now Pupper following you. He is not quite tame yet, but he is following you around.
Yay!
Can we ask Brenwald what language they speak?
What do they eat?
Yes.
Brynwald says, "Look, I never fed Jet. He kind of feeds himself usually."
Okay, that works.
Yes. Displacer beasts and where they aren't.
All right.
Yeah, you can see the dog. He's kind of got brown hair. He's got pointy ears, and His coat is kind of real coarse, like a wolf would be. You know, it's not like soft hair. Its hair seems like it kind of glows weirdly in blue, like a little ghost-like.
Okay.
Brynwald says, I don't know what language they speak, but I've heard it before. They seem to mostly just communicate with body language, though.
Now, how did you figure out Jet's name, or did you give that?
Oh, he said, I just call him that. I don't know if he, I'm sure he understands that word. I mean, I'm talking about him, but I don't, he at least responds to it, so that's good enough for me.
Right. Well, then, if end up having this little fella sticking around, gonna have to figure out the name of something.
He says, that one's taking a liking to you, but I'd hold off and see if it does.
That's what I'm
stick around.
saying. Wait and see.
Alright then.
Okay.
Next scene.
Next scene. Back to the travel zone.
Oh.
Dog get. So you continue travel along the beam, focusing your mind's energies for another what feels like hour or two, but it's hard to tell here because there's no sun or anything that kind of gives it away. After going, a few more what feels like hours, it feels like ages at this point. Your eyes have been searching the horizon as far as you can for any kind of difference or object, but you haven't really been able to see anything. But everybody make a perception check.
Perception.
Who's good at that button? Nobody. Your eyes are blinded by the bright purple light. You can't see far in the distance.
Nope.
Pat 2 down with a +8.
Oh no.
Who else? We need a Chaz and a Possum. I can roll Possums.
Come on. Let's get another 1 and 2.
Sorry, I zoned out for a second. What are we rolling?
Perception.
I got a 4 in that. We're not noticing unusual stonework, are we?
No, sirs. No stones in sight.
All right.
Nothing but abyss.
What the hell?
Okay, so in the distance you see like the beam, right? You've been following this beam. You're probably like 60 or 100 feet away from it. And you see in the distance, it seems like a finally some kind of building. That's what it looks like from here. It's kind of gray and kind of pointy in shape, like rectangular, but with a pointed top. It's hard to see from this distance, and it seems like there's some kind of weird like refraction going on, but it looks like the beam is at least going towards the building. And you keep going down along the beam, and a few more minutes, maybe 30 more minutes, and Rigwald can see the beam pretty well. I mean, I think I had the wrong name on my notes there, right? Actually, I think it's Brynwald. I put Rigwald. I think that's me playing Path of Exile.
Yeah, probably.
So Brynwald sees the building and he says, it's the old Shadow Shrine. He says, I'm not sure what place this place originally served. But to us, it's just a kind of pedestal floating. Our people have known about this place for millennia, but it's just kind of like a plain pedestal to us. He says, we're pretty close to it now. I don't think you'd be able to see it from here. But we're getting close. And clearly in the distance, it's apparent to everyone that there is like a large building here. And Brynwald says, I'll let you know when we get close enough to see it.
Let us know what.
We're getting close to like a shadow shrine. It's something, just kind of a landmark that my people have known about for millennia.
Do you know anything about it, or?
He says, it's just kind of a 4-foot little pillar. There's kind of an indentation at the top, and it just floats weirdly in the air, not connected to anything.
Okay.
It's kind of clear to you guys that Brynwald can't see this building that you're approaching, while you can.
Can we touch it?
You're not really close enough to touch it yet. You're probably a good distance away, a good couple 100 feet. To you, it's clearly a building, and it's clearly rectangular and pointy at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And now that you're closer, you can see that the beam clearly goes into this building.
Is there any doors? Or
On
windows?
the side of the building facing you, you can see a hexagon. You're not sure if it's a door or anything, but it's definitely a much darker colored hexagon.
Fuck it. I'm gonna touch the hexagon.
No, it's 200 feet away still.
We're still not there.
It's 200 feet away still. You want to approach? I mean...
Yeah. We're going.
Yeah.
We're going. And then
Hell yeah.
when we get there, I'm gonna touch it.
Okay. You guys are down here with all your bros.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a beam going northwards into the distance. It's humming and buzzing like that. In the distance, you see this temple probably 200 feet away. And the beam buzzes, and you see what looks like a large figure flash over in front of the beam, between you and the beam. Whatever it was moving fast, and it looked big.
Okay.
And then, a few more moments pass by, and you hear a blood-curdling screech. Whatever it was that made this noise is terribly anguished, and it was so loud it hurt your ear. You see another kind of dark shadow flick over the front of the beam. And in the distance, pretty clearly, you can see what looks like a dragon. And it flies across the beam, up top of the beam, past you guys.
And nope.
In the distance behind you, it screeches, and it seems to be turning around. And how do you guys react to what appears to be a shadowy dragon creature?
I'm
we're boned.
fucking running.
I'd like to talk to it.
Brenwald says, "What's the matter?"
What's the matter? Did you see that fucking thing?
It was a dragon. Calm down. It's fine.
See what thing? Oh.
Wait, that wasn't a hallucination because I'm drunk.
No, you're
Have
not.
you been there this long already?
What do you mean?
Brynwald explains that there's things that live between the planes. These things hunt. He says just like when he's in your world, he's hunted by things that you can't see.
Oh.
Whatever this is, it's hunting you. I can't see it. I can't sense it at all. The only way to get rid of them long term is to go back to your plane, but right now that's not really a choice. Up ahead is the shadow pillar. I think I could just about see it from here, though it's small. And yeah, he points in the distance. He says it's kind of just a black pillar of stone. It's hard to see it, though. There's nothing around. He's pointing right at the side of this huge building.
Just keep going forward and just keep our eyes on that thing.
Okay, are you gonna brain stealth?
Brain stealth.
I don't know. Thought stealth?
Well, we just stay where we are, just don't move.
I mean, you can
What?
move. That's what the moving is for stealth. So yes, if you want to move, you can choose to make a stealth roll, and everybody try to move along the beam northwards. Otherwise, you can just chill and wait and see what might occur.
I'll
Hmm.
vote chilling and waiting.
Screw it. Just see what happens.
Okay. So are we stealthily moving towards the temple? Or chilling? Okay. I'm gonna move towards the fucking temple.
Okay, pass going to the move
Yeah,
forwards.
I'm going to move.
Anybody else? Luke says, "I'm with you. I don't want nothing to do with that." And
I'll go
Grimwald
with him.
says, "Probably the smartest
Yeah.
choice."
Yeah, I'm moving forward.
And yeah, Potham's with you guys. So yeah, everybody make a stealth roll. Brain stealth. I'm clicking Potham's.
Stealth.
Jesus, everybody's super stealthy.
Nope.
Nope.
It is not possible for me to be
Nope.
super stealthy. Hang on. I have a
Hang
negative 7.
on.
I have a negative 7.
In space, no one can hear you clank. Okay.
I literally got the worst roll.
Like how the fighter got a 19 and the monk got a 21.
Okay, so
I'm very,
yeah,
very sneaky. So.
you all sneakily think about moving forward.
Goodbye,
Nobody knows
guys.
far enough about that far, but Grenwald and Luck seem to have not traveled as far as the rest of everybody.
I noticed that. I'm like, why are you guys lagging behind?
Luke says, "I'm trying as hard as I can." And Brynwald says, "I'll hold the rear. You go ahead."
Hold the rear.
I'll hold the rear.
Alright.
Alright, I'm actually gonna just wait behind and stay with them.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everybody make another stealth check for brain stealthing.
Dope.
Luck. What the fuck happened?
I'm not on this
Everybody
platform
moves
again.
up some more, except Shiz. Oh shit, okay.
Well, I stayed with them.
You did good, you did good. Big J didn't do good. Okay, so yeah, from behind you, you hear a screech and a roar. And again, whatever the shadowy thing was that flittered by before, it seems to be coming back up the trail. He roars and screeches, and as he goes by, you guys can make a perception check. Oh yeah, I was supposed to. Sorry, we're still on like Happy Woodlands music. I fucked it all up. Okay.
We all saw everything.
Yeah, you did. Above you, you see a shadow with wings. It moves quickly and it flatters its wings in a weird shadowy way. Its wings appear cloaked in mist. It moves quickly and it's dark and it's over a dark background, so it's really hard to see. But as it passes near the beam, you can see the light kind of reflect on it. It looks lizard-like. It's covered with black scales. It has a long neck and 4 long legs. Its wings appear as a furious black mist, and its mouth exhales a thick black smoke as it flies by.
I want one.
And as the few of you, all of you who are super perceptive see, as you kind of stare closely at the creature, you feel like you might get a headache.
Hmm?
Something about looking at this creature for a long time makes your mind hurt.
Look away.
The dragon comes up and he roars and he swears and he comes towards you, past you, up towards the hexagon, and he turns and he makes kind of a strafing run at the group from a good 50 feet away. You know, he flies by, and as he flies by, he his mouth glows with blackened fury. And he lays down a line of fire like this. I don't know. Can you guys see that? I wish I could make
Yes.
this better. He lays down a line of fire like this. Hit out of his mouth spews black, misty fire. And both of you can make a reflex save. I guess it's also, what's his name? He is now very reflexive. Nor are you. So yeah, both of you take 12 damage as the black fire hits you and seems to sink into your flesh with no visible appearance.
Is
and
it
the dragon
fire?
swoops close. It is not fire. It is negative energy, I believe.
Alright.
Force, actually.
Alright.
Yeah, so the dragon kind of swoops and flays, and whatever Brynwald wasn't aware of before he was running with you guys, he saw the black mist hit you guys and do a bunch of damage, and it scared the shit out of him.
What?
Brynwald saw the dragon's attack, but he didn't see the dragon. And he says, "Get to the hexagon!"
Okay, I guess we're running.
Yeah,
And yeah, from here you guys are pretty close enough to you can get there. The dragon's aware of you, but as you get closer to the place, it seems like the dragon kind of keeps his distance and he swirls the beam. You're in a bit of a protected alcove here. It's like a balcony kind of hanging over this hexagonal door that appears in front of you.
Okay. Can I touch it now?
You can touch the door, yeah.
I'm gonna touch the door. See
Yeah.
if it gives.
You reach out and the door feels like it's made out of stone. It feels real heavy and cold. Brynwald sees you reach out and touch something and he says, "What are you doing?"
Touching this hexagon. Looks like a door.
Brynwald comes over and he sticks his hand right through it. He says, there's nothing here.
What do you mean there's nothing here? There's clearly a whole building in front of us.
He says, "Huh." And at each corner of this build, I guess it's a pentagon. I've been saying hexagon. I fucked it all up. At the corner, at the corner, each of this thing, there's kind of a small square, half foot by half foot little pillar that sticks out the side of the building. Brynwald moves over to one and he explains, "Look, I can see this. This is all that's here. This is what we call a shadow pillar. It's just a 2-foot tall stone pillar sticking out of nothing."
That
Says,
must
"What do you
be
mean?
from
There's a
your
whole
world.
building here?"
Yes. The pillar's probably from your world, and this is probably from ours.
So he goes over to his pillar, and he at the top of it there appears to be like a button, and he walks up and he kind of clicks it a bunch, just real casually. He's like, "It's been here for millennia, but no one's ever known what it does. Like, what do you see?" And you guys see that he's only looking at one pillar. From your view, there's a pillar at each corner of the door.
Is there buttons on the other pillar?
There are.
So we should all press those?
Yeah, who wants to? Everybody want to press button?
Hell yeah, I want to press a button.
I'm gonna press a
Yeah,
button.
what do you think I am?
Yeah, press a button.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys all get to the corner of the door, and Brynwald says, I can't see. What are you guys doing?" But he
We're
kind of
good.
understands.
Gonna hit this button at the same time.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
He says, "On your count."
3, 2, 1, press.
Okay. Yeah. You guys press all the buttons, and the door, separates into 5 segments, and the segments all swirl out of the way. Down the hallway, you can see there's a long tunnel. The tunnel's hexagonal. It goes into the distance. And since it's foggy and misty here, you can see all the way to the end. It kind of opens up into a bigger room at the end.
Pentagonal.
Words are.
And Brynwald says, "What, did it work?"
Yes, we did it.
Great.
Yay!
He says, I don't know. I can't really help you guys here. You're on your own, I think."
So you're gonna be fighting that dragon the whole time?
"What dragon?"
Exactly.
He can't see the dragon, remember?
Yeah, don't spook him.
Yeah, you just you guard the front door, bro.
Yeah, dude. Wait for our return.
He says, "I'll come with you, but I mean, it seems to me like you guys are going into a door or a tunnel or something, and it's just open air for me. So, I mean, I'll come along with, but I can't help much."
He ain't no bitch.
He ain't no bitch, yeah.
He ain't no
waiting
bitch.
outside. He ain't waiting in
Alright.
the car.
Alright, he ain't no bitch. How does Luke react to all this, by the way?
Luke is like, "What the fuck is going on? The dragon shot fire at me, man. Did you see that? I want to go home."
We're trying to get there, Luke. Don't worry.
I feel you, man. I'm trying to get there too.
Oh Lord. All right.
Okay, everybody's going to the temple.
Yeah, everybody's going to the temple.
Pentagon.
Whatever. Whatever the fuck you made.
The octagon.
The Deathagon. Okay, so yeah, I guess I skipped kind of the screen there, but it's fine. There was a long tunnel. The Pentagon went down. The long tunnel, straight. On the walls of the tunnel, there was some carvings. And as you stared at the carvings kind of swirled and animated. And they told you a short story.
Okay. Were we able to understand said story?
Yes. The short story is as follows: like the ink on the wall kind of swirls into an image, and it shows a circle, like a sphere. And the sphere looks like a planet. In the middle of the planet is a terrible creature. Whatever it is, it's like a worm with claws and teeth and spines, and it's curled and appears to be trapped within the center of the sphere.
That there's a tapeworm.
What?
So that there's a tapeworm.
What the fuck is a tapeworm?
The parasite that lives inside your stomach.
Oh.
Well, that sounds terrible.
The sphere with the creature inside of it seems to be being guarded by figures of light who hold glowing weapons. And yeah, you guys can make anybody got knowledge religion?
I do.
Nope.
Same.
I think you do, Pat, don't you?
Yeah.
I don't know shit.
Well, Pat's pretty good. Pat, you know that this is a reference to an ancient myth of a god called Rovagug. The myth you remember, Rovagug was some kind of god that wanted to destroy all of creation, and he was imprisoned away within the planet. As far as you know, is all myth. You know, it's kind of like the boogeyman used to keep kids in line when they were young.
Mm-hmm. So this is basically a boogeyman, and it was told to us as kids to like, spook us, so we wouldn't like do stupid shit.
Yeah. Pay attention, or else Rovagug's gonna get you. You know.
Yeah, that
Rovagug
kinda.
was always the monster that like slept in the planet.
Mm-hmm. Get caught stealing, Rovagug's gonna go, come kill you.
Yeah.
Rovagug.
The scene kind of twists, and the scene shows what looks like meteors impacting the sides of whatever this creature was contained within. The impacts, go past the glowing guardians that guard this sphere and hit the surface. And within the center of the sphere, you see whatever the terrible clawed creature is, eyes open. And the images on the wall, the weird animated inks swirl and fade and turn into mist. And Brynwald says, "Well, what are you looking at?"
Well, it was a story of Rovagug. And it was telling us doom might come.
Hey, don't you feel
Rovagug, never
safe
heard of
here?
him.
He was
I'll
a
be right back, guys.
boogeyman. It was told us to not let us do bad things as kids, but this story seems more real.
Okay, so that's it really as far as the entrance goes, the tunnel. And
Mhm.
yeah, you guys continue walking down the tunnel, and eventually the tunnel opens up into a wider room. You can see there's a laser beam kind of coming out of the wall here.
Does
As
laser beam emit light?
laser beam does emit light, yes, it's quite visible in here.
Okay.
And yeah, across the room you can see that in the center of the room appears to be some kind of large, clear rock. The rock appears attached to lots of linkages, and it's on in the center of the room on like a staircase that leads upwards. So it's kind of like a pyramid of stairs in the center of the room here. The beam you've been traveling along enters this room from a window on the right, well, much above you, and hits the center of this rock, where it seems to be changed shape, and it goes out the other side of the building, out a similar hole. Around here. There are strange chitinous creatures here. They're real long and spindly and tall, but they seem to have like big chunks of chitin and things on their back, like armor. They all hold a strange weapon that's like a spear, with one end looks like a blade, and the other end looks more complicated and technological. One of the creatures, he's black in color. He is at what appears to be like a rock pedestal, where he looks busy, like he's manipulating something with his hands. The other guy you've seen before, you saw him attack some guards. And there's another guy here. He has the same kind of weapon. He's white in color. So there's a black guy, a white guy, and then I guess green guy? Something like that. The three of them see you all enter the room, and the one here on the floor raises its weapon and looks at you tentatively. He whispers something in a weird whispery guttural language that you've never heard of. And it sounds like a challenge.
Yeah, well,
Hmm.
blah blah blah. Back to you.
This guy seems like he wants to fight. Shall we?
You already know my answer.
Yeah.
Taliesin, you might want to turn the right way, buddy.
What are
You're
you
like
talking
looking
about?
you're looking at a wall, my dude. Come on.
He's watching our back.
There are no walls here.
Yeah, there are.
Ain't everything still
Yeah, there's
secret?
walls here. Yeah.
We're in a
Yeah,
building.
the walls here are physical. This is the first thing you've encountered that the walls like you can't reach through. But Brynwald, who's along with you, can freely float like through the walls, like it's not there for him.
Okay. My only
Tournament
question
time.
is, do we have gravity?
No.
Here? No.
But we're only representing things in a two-dimensional space, so
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, you know,
That's fine.
if you want to get tricky with going up in the sky, sure. Let's talk.
Okay, we'll talk.
No.
Yeah, so the three guys and the guy kind of in front looks at you and he looks back at the other black guy and he goes, "Blah, blah, blah." And the three of them all pick up their weapons and attack.
Fuck.
Roll initiative.
Pat knows the drill. Potham's sleeping.
Okay.
So is Brandon. So I guess it's you five and Luke. Luke actually took damage back there, didn't he?
Yeah, he took
He didn't transfer over to here. He took 12, I think.
something like that.
Okay, what do we got? Allison. We need a Chaz in there.
Say what?
We gotta do an initiative on your character
yep.
sheet.
Click.
Or no, you should, yeah, click your dude and then you have a button.
Mm-hmm. The top left.
I think that's everyone.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There should be 8.
Yeah, we're good. That's everybody.
Okay. I'll open up some character sheets. Okay, this guy in the back, he is really weird and spindly, and his legs are really long, and he seems to not be like too comfortable with moving around this weird, like thought verse. But he looks at you guys and he says blah blah blah, and he takes a few steps forward. Well, I guess a few floats. He looks around menacingly, but he lifts up his staff that he has like the other guys, and he aims an end of it at you. It's not the end with the blade, and he takes a shot from the end of the staff. That's a 0, so it totally misses. But yeah, he lifts up his staff, and kind of a beam of blue energy comes flying out. Goes wide. Hits the wall. Next up is this guy. This guy again has the same kind of staff. Let me open up. Sorry, I got stuff to open. What is the range on this? Not enough. Okay, so he takes a step forward, and I think I made a button for this. Yeah, so he pulls like a red glowing spear out of its some place you don't know, and it releases it, and the spear kind of starts floating above his shoulder. And the sphere's red and small, about the size of like a pool ball. Next is Big J.
All right, let's do this. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we're gonna chop this bitch.
All right. $27 hits easy. So yeah, you swing your greatsword at this real spindly looking guy. And it hits. It seems like it hurt him pretty good. Chops off one of his spindly legs. Next up is this guy. This guy over here. He has movement of that much. He was over here. The beam is way above him in the sky, right? So he's not getting hit by the beam.
Okay.
He moves
Damn,
over here
damn it.
and he gestures his arms and does something weird you've never seen before. But around him kind of glows a yellowish hue. SP, you're up next.
Mine's actually quite simple. Since I am next to Pat,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Telekinetic Strikes on him. It's for 4 minutes, and it adds an additional 1d4 of force damage to his attack.
Okay. So
And
you're
then I
buffing Pat.
Yep. And then I move 1, 3, 5, 6.
Give you the fist icon.
Sounds good. I was looking for something.
Next is Luke, and he says, "Guys, I don't really know what's going on. I'm just gonna hide over here."
Luke, come on, man.
You saved us from those one creatures.
Just be
Might
less of a
as well-
pansy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lucas. Sorry, guys.
What do we pay
Pat,
you
you're up.
for?
1, 2,
Pay?
6.
He Lucan.
Gonna move 6 square. Wait, 1. Yeah, 6 squares towards this guy. And then attack.
All right, just one attack.
Yeah, because I can't. Oh, wait.
You should upgrade your blue bar to how much key you actually have too, because I think you have more than one now.
I have 2, but we haven't rested, so I only have 1 from the level up. Correct?
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot
You should
about
have
it.
more. You get half your monk level plus your wisdom or whatever.
Oh, do
And
I?
then you have 1 from an item, so
Oh, I need to fucking look at that then.
you should look that up. But that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
So do your attack.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't remember how many spells have I used up.
Yeah, you gotta keep track of that.
And then 1d4 if that hits.
Yeah, is it another D4 damage, right? Yeah, it does hit. So 7 damage.
Yep.
Chance, you're up.
All right.
Oh, and side note, that buff is a 2nd level. So,
Okay.
well, you know.
3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I'm back, baby.
Good.
Welcome.
Back.
Oh, hell
Roll
yes.
initiative.
Roll initiative. Okay.
Yeah, just do that real quick.
Sorry. Yeah, that call I was on was more than I thought it was going to be.
That's all right. Welcome back.
It's equal to half as monk level.
I need.
Potham, check out Discord.
I'm definitely last.
Guys, you should be able to control that.
I should have.
Yep, it's gonna conjure next to this fella
Maybe one.
and
Yeah,
take a
there-
swing at him. That's
This fella.
This fella right here, see?
And that's 1d8 plus 4, I think. No, not 4.
Uses your caster stats instead. It's your base attack bonus plus your caster stat.
Yeah, my BAB is
3. Something like that.
Yep. Yep, my base attack bonus is 3 plus my what is the wisdom, which is plus 3, so 1d20 plus 6.
Against this number. What kind
Not
of
gonna
weapon do you summon?
I summon a warhammer, which swings a bit wide. It looks like.
It does, yeah, but your warhammer looks majestic. Apotham, waking from a slumber, you're up next.
Sweet.
It lasts for my spiritual weapon lasts for 5 rounds. By the way.
We're in a temple. So far, all you know is that there's a laser beam coming from the wall, and it goes to a clear rock in the center of the room, and it exits as a smaller beam. And there were these weird, spindly-looking alien dudes in here that were like controlling it.
Okay. I'm gonna move up 6 tiles and try to hit the closest enemy to me. And I'm gonna roll to swing in just a second.
Jesus, you're good at this. Oh, is that the right one? Don't you have to do the hand of the whatever?
Yeah, I think I clicked the wrong one.
Kinda felt
Sorry.
for that, but I think that still counts.
It's
What's the
other
difference? That's plus 5 and that's plus 6.
one. Yeah, pretty much. Because one uses my int mod to hit, and then the other one uses my intelligence mod.
Well, shit.
Hmm?
You put me in a hard spot now.
Yeah, I know. Oh fuck. Yeah, no, I done goofed.
Roll a 50-50.
Yeah,
Hey!
roll the d20. Yeah, 10 and above, you get the first one.
Hey!
Okay, you get the first one.
Sorry for the confusion.
We're just making it up, but yeah, okay. Your crazy boomerang sword goes flying over there, and it hits the guy. It looks like it really hurt the guy. Chop 2 of his legs off. He's floating, so he doesn't need them, but.
Jesus.
That gives me an idea.
One of my favorite phases. Out of the darkness
Ah!
Mm.
comes
I
another one
wonder.
of these guys.
When the DM gets
He does the
crushed.
same kind of thing. He pulls a red orb thing out of his pocket. And he takes some steps over.
I like
next
how
up
you
is
learned
this
the
one.
question mark.
What?
Good on you. I love how you learned the question mark.
Question mark.
Yeah, good on you.
It's easier to type descriptions in like that when it's mechanical.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Weird Blackman. He looks extra spindly. Okay, so he reaches out and he gestures weirdly with his spindly legs, and he points his arm at Pat, and from his arm blasts a bolt of lightning. It hits Pat, and it jumps to 2 secondary targets. Pat, make a reflex save. Big J and SB also make reflex saves.
Is that considered magical?
Magical. What you got against magical?
Give me 1 second.
You have the whole reflex if you. So yeah, neither of you take it.
Enchanted. No, those are just enchanted.
You have reflex, so you have evasive reflexes or whatever. So
Yeah, I've got Still Mind for saving throws against
I think
enchanted
it means
effects.
you take no damage on a successful save instead of half.
There's that too. Except for when it doesn't actually.
Except for when it doesn't work. So yeah, you all take 13 damage
What type of damage?
from this guy. It's lightning damage.
So you said 13?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, my resistances knock it down to 8.
Okay. You fuck.
Hey, I got him. Might as well use them.
Fucking players. Okay. You all took that damage? Fill it in?
Yep.
Next up is this guy who's in your face. The orb on this guy's back seems to get a little bit bigger and glow a little bit more brightly. And he swings his magic missile. 1 second. What's worse? That's the question.
All of it.
He looks at Big J and he casts a magic spell thing. I think it's a spell. Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
He's in melee range though, so I think he didn't cast defensively. So you both get attacks of opportunity.
Both of us? Hell yeah, dude.
Yep, hope that spell was worth it.
Big J does a nice big swing. Let me look at the. Sorry, I fucked up. To your benefit. Bank error in your favor. Just make a concentration check, DC 10 plus damage taken plus level spell. So he took 10. So it's 10 plus 10, 20. And his stat is not good. Oh, no, that's not good. No, it's not good.
Hey, is it good?
So yeah, you do tons of damage to this guy, and whatever he seemed to be channeling fizzles and pops and halts.
No, hang on. There, I have a question.
Yeah?
Was it good?
It was not good. He was not looking.
Wait, so he didn't get his spell off then?
He did not get his spell off. No, he did
okay.
enough damage to prevent it.
Sounds good.
I forgot about the rules, but yeah, there you go. Bank error in your favor.
And then out of the darkness comes more of these guys all casting the same
Out of
spell.
the darkness. My favorite catchphrase. Why is the big black dragon? No, I'm just kidding. Big J, you're up.
All right, I'm just gonna 5-foot step here,
This guy's in your face. He's trying to cast shit.
and then I'm
The
gonna
other dude's zapping you.
I'm gonna power attack this dude.
All right. Oof.
Oof.
Okay, yeah, you would you like to describe how you killed the guy?
Shit. I don't know. He's floating.
He's a floating spindly guy.
And I
You're
like
floating too.
Ah, man. I don't know. I have a sword though. I want to like hit him with like a rock bottom or something.
You rock bottom him so hard it kills him?
Yeah, like just I hit him with the rock bottom, and like as he hits the floor, like his whole body just shatters. And then I give him the people's eyebrow.
Oh,
The people's eyebrow. The crowd goes wild.
And then I turn to Luke and I'm like, that's how I look.
Luke is absolutely terrified.
And then
And yeah, the red orb thing that he had on his back seems to like falter and fizzle and pop and go out.
and then I
falls
throw
to the ground.
and then I throw on these shades.
What?
I've seen that video on your channel. Yeah, I know the shades.
Don't worry about it, Pat. You'll see you later.
Okay.
Next
Hey,
up,
what
this
does
guy
that
underneath
mean?
the beam. He pulls something out of his back, kind of pocket area, and
Don't fuck me,
hurls
bro.
hurls it in your direction.
Huh?
Hurls it over here. That's where it will land. This is the location. And yeah, it's an AoE thing, so he just targeted there. The AoE thing means that it does not do the full damage to everybody in the area. It just does 1 damage to everybody affected. But it does, wait.
What?
Yeah, I guess it does.
It does
I'm
5
just gonna
damage.
say it does 5 to everybody, yeah. I'm thinking of the wrong thing. I'm thinking of like a holy water.
Yeah, you're thinking of splash damage,
Yeah.
not AoE.
Yeah, and it's not. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So yeah, he throws a bomb, and it kind of it doesn't land right, but it like floats over in between you guys, and at just the right time, it like explodes, and it's
Is it fire damage?
some kind of red powder. I'm gonna say no, it's acid damage because it's like a potion. You're up next.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna.
No, it's not the thing you have resistance to. It's the other thing.
And I'm just gonna try up to Big J. I'm going to slap him on the ass and say, "Get in there, big guy," and give him bull strength, which is a +4 to his strength for the next 4 minutes.
Nice.
What the
I like
fuck?
how weirdly erotic Cody's character is.
Cody's a weird erotic guy, yeah.
You just gonna take that, Big J?
There you go.
Just
There's
let
like
him
a
flap in the air?
dude
I mean, this
flexing.
shit's getting a little weird, man.
Check out that dude flexing icon.
I mean, I've been murdering fools, and now you're slapping me on the butt. So
Get in there, champ.
if I start swinging and missing, I'm blaming you.
Hey, I made you more swole.
Luke says, "Oh, guys, what was the red thing?" And he kind of hides behind Pat.
Oh, fuck. What a pussy.
You're up next.
Hmm.
You're so much swollen now, Big J. Your peepee has a bicep.
You think your hammer is gonna probably take that guy out? You think?
My hammer?
Yeah, your hammer. You think you got that?
And my
Um,
axe.
Hammer.
I could do some work on him.
Okay. I'm gonna go for this other guy then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step here. And then we'll pop him.
Oof. Oof.
Oof. That's a double
Plus,
Okay.
plus the 1d4s.
Yeah, the 1d4. Give me 1 second. Loading.
He also did include the you got what is it? You got a buff. It's like +2 something.
What's this?
So 21 damage. Your punch hits the spindly black guy, and would you like to describe how he implodes?
I want my hands to start glowing because of Cody's spell, and I'm just kind of like holding it as a ball for a second, and then I'm just gonna punch him right straight in the face with one of my hands while it's still glowing.
Nice. He's gonna like fly across the whole. You want to punch him into the beam?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Watch him
Okay. So
obliterate.
yeah.
If I can Hadoken that bitch into existence,
Creature goes
non-existence.
flying into the beam. Yeah, as soon as it enters the beam, it disappears.
Hadouken!
Which is, you think your hammer can do that? Or Sigbert, rather, sorry.
Chaz, it's hammer time.
All right, so the spiritual weapon gets to act on its own now, and unless I make it move, unless I use my move action to make it switch targets, it's just gonna go after the guy it's targeting.
That sounds good.
I think we're about to kill everything before Bottom's turn.
Botham had a turn. He crit on his first turn.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm guessing that's gonna miss.
10 does not hit.
As my action, I'm going to scoot over this way. 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna channel positive energy. Y'all heal for 5.
No.
Thank
Does that count me as a 30?
Yeah, you're within 30 feet.
Okay, I didn't know if it was 30 or what.
Yeah, 25.
Oh god, it would be so great if I was an undead character. Chaz would be killing me.
So, wait, you rolled for your sword and then you rolled for yourself. What'd you do?
He healed. He did
Oh,
positive
he healed.
energy. Yeah, he healed all of us in the vicinity. Luke needs a 5 HP if you didn't do that. Yep.
Okay, Potham, you're up next.
Oh yeah. How many bad guys are left?
One.
Two
One.
bad
Two.
guys that are visible.
Oh, 2.
I am going to.
I heard that, Bear.
Can I?
They're visible.
I cannot. Give me a second.
Alex turn to load.
Calculating.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna charge up. Not charge. I'm just gonna walk up to this guy over here and swing with my main weapon.
All right.
I miss.
You miss wildly. The glare of the beam is too bright, and you just miss barely. This guy's up next. The thing on his back seems to glow more brightly, and yeah, he takes that many steps, and he reels back his like staff stick, and he aims at Pat. Kaboo! And yeah, misses. Pat nimbly dashes out of the way.
Use my mind to move.
My mind. As I said before, my favorite thing ever, out of the darkness comes more of these dudes, and they go "Chabak-bak" in unison, and they both take.
When
their
the walls
movement.
fell.
And they both, I guess, they both take their double movement. Chabak-bak. Yeah, that's a good one. When the walls fell.
Literally.
Kalakra, when the walls fell.
Well, this guy's dead. Big J, you're up.
Oh, I love the Star Trek references.
Shit. 1, 3, 4. I'm gonna go 1,
Charge.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can move and throw something, right?
Yeah, you can move and throw stuff.
Hell yeah. Hold on 1 second. We're gonna throw.
You got to throw.
I got all sorts of shit to throw, bro.
Oh yeah, you got all kinds of consumables, don't you?
I'm gonna throw an iron pellet grenade.
Fuck, okay. What's that do?
So I'm thinking we just roll for the attack and see if it hits first. What do you think?
Okay. Yeah, it's a thrown weapon for sure.
That's just gonna be a
That's your thing
dex.
plus your base attack bonus plus your dex, yeah. Roll it plus that.
So just roll a dex.
And your base attack bonus. No, it's more than that. It's gonna be like a ranged attack, which you probably don't have one programmed.
I do have my short bow programmed. You want me to just roll
Oh, yeah, that probably works, yeah.
that? Okay.
It's gonna be the same.
So 17 is the roll, not the damage part.
Against touch. Yeah, that'll hit. What are you throwing again?
Iron pellet grenade. I've got the screen up right now.
Pellet
So
grenade iron.
it
Has a
does.
fuse.
No, it's not, is it?
Oh, no, yeah, when it explodes, it just says the variant of a fuse grenade has the most black powder.
Ah, shit.
When it explodes, it deals 1d6 points of damage.
It
He
does.
made the fuse
It
short.
just goes. It doesn't say anything about it has like a fuse, so.
It says it does 1d6 bludgeon, 1d6 piercing, and 1d6 fire in a 10-foot
so
radius.
roll 3d6, and the guy gets a reflex.
Yeah, reflex DC 15.
What's the radius on that?
10 feet.
10 feet.
So it has a 10-foot radius, and you're hitting the guy next to me.
No,
That guy.
the other guy.
All right.
The guy.
He's not.
The
He's
guy
not
I'm
trying to
pointing
kill
So
at.
he did 11, and he made his reflex save. He jumps out of the way, and he takes half, which is 5.
More importantly, you were going to throw that at my spiritual weapon?
Get the fuck out.
Be right back.
Damn right.
All right.
And yeah, that's it.
All right. Next up is that guy, but he left. I mean, is this guy, but he Popham left.
Well. Oh, is it Apotham's turn?
No, it's the guy right next to Apotham's turn.
Oh, feels bad.
Oh yeah, so he takes the pointy end of his glaive, and yeah, he swings it at Apotham. It misses wildly.
Why is there a sword on the ground?
That's
That's
Chez's
spiritual
spiritual weapon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I guess I need
nobody-
a new icon for that. Yeah.
We had a hammer back when we fought the snail.
Ask you, you're up. That's just what I.
Ready.
Oh, that's fine.
Well, no
All your
matter.
friends are buff.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6, 7,
6.
8, 9.
I'm gonna go stand behind Apotham, and then I'm gonna shield myself.
I was waiting for another spell buff.
All the
Nope,
buffs.
I only have 2 for the day.
Got it.
Next is Luke, and he comes over here to this dead thing, and he's like, "Whoa, what is that?"
I don't know. Why don't you look at it?
He says, I don't want to touch it. You touch it. Fat, you're up.
Take 4 steps. And attack this guy. Wait a second. I take 4 steps and I stunning fist with fatigue.
Okay. Does he get a save? I think it's a will save or something.
It's a fort save and it's DC 12.
18 hits. So you hit and you do the damage. And he's fatigued.
Mm-hmm.
Did you also put in the 1d4?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll get used to this in a second when I get
Yeah,
buffed
it's a
more.
thing you'll learn. Yeah, it's a big part of Pathfinder. Is like, did you forget the 12 bonuses?
Right?
What about the Bart? What about the potion you took 2 hours ago? What about
Okay.
the fresh meal you had at the inn last night?
What about all that powder you sniffed?
Okay.
I mean, my guy crunched up a bunch of these and just started hooting random shit. And then 2 days later, he starts feeling all fuzzy and shit and can't talk right.
Oh, I missed that. Kind of wish that was permanent to your character.
I mean,
Jeez, you're up.
we can go back and
You
get some
still
more.
got another dose. Yeah, you still got another dose.
Oh
You
yeah,
only took half
I
of it,
did
think.
only take half. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did. Fuck.
We're waiting for the next binger.
Alright, Chaz.
All right, my turn.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Do your
spiritual
shit.
weapon.
I cast spiritual weapon.
Which then proceeds to miss 5 fucking times. Fuck you!
I'm gonna yell at Sidberg and be like, "I thought you had this guy. What's up?"
Sigbert's like, I thought I had him too. Caden? Mr. Kalian. Yeah, hang on. He sidles up to Taliesin and casts Cure Moderate Wounds.
Aw.
Heal for 17.
Aw, look at
Jesus.
the players healing each other. Aw.
God, why do I have to do math right now?
It will be as soon as
Cute.
Chez ends his.
No, just click the red thing and type plus 17, and it does the math for you, bro.
Yep.
And that will be my turn.
I got rid of him.
You're in luck.
Sorry.
It's your turn.
The red circle on your thing when you click your character. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
The guy tried to swipe at you and missed.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm going to take 2 swings at him. And a 1 and a 2.
At the white guy? That is 1 hit
Sweet.
for 6 damage. Your rapier's chopping to the guy's weak, exposed flesh. Next up is this guy. He decides to run past Pat. Pat, you get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, silly.
Don't forget the 1d4.
Miss?
One moment. Sorry, I'm looking up. If
You're
he has
fine.
full movement.
You
No,
look.
yeah.
I think attack of opportunity.
13 misses, yeah. Oh, you have buffs though? I don't know. What's your buff?
If I hit, it does a 1d4.
Oh, okay, so no, you don't hit.
Yeah, it's damage.
And he takes a few more steps over here. And he does a thing. The sphere on his back is now huge and overweight, and it explodes. And it does 9 damage to everybody around. I think that kills your spiritual weapon? Does it have life?
No, he exploded? What the shit?
Yeah, he exploded. The red thing on his back explodes. It also does damage to himself. So yeah, everybody here takes 9 damage off an SP chest. And the spiritual weapon, I think it's dead.
Hang on, the can be damaged. What hit it?
The AoE, the 9 damage.
Was it a spell?
It is a spell. It's kind of a spell. It's a special, thing this guy can do.
Dispel magic, disintegrate, a sphere of annihilation, or a rod of cancellation can affect it.
Oh, so it doesn't?
No.
Okay.
The spells, I don't believe have HP.
Oh yeah, this guy charged over and his sphere exploded, and he's still got an attack. And he swings at Ches. Sees that's the guy healing everybody. And he misses terribly. He's got to roll for fumble. Lol.
Yeah, he fumbles.
Yeah, he fumbles hard. He drops his whatever the fuck. We'll just use that icon. He looks at you guys in kind of a panic.
Oh, you fucked up now, son.
Next up are these two guys. They can't move very much, but they move. And then they look around about their surroundings and think about their effective ranges. I don't think they have a clear shot on Pat, though. This crystal in the middle of the room is like a clear rock that kind of refracts your image, so they can see you, but you're like upside down and on the other side, right? Pathfinder physics. Pathfinder optics 101. So yeah, both these two guys can't see, and so they just double move. Big J, you're up. 1 second, restroom. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Yeah, sorry guys.
We didn't do a pee break before battle.
Well, I was just I was actually just talking to my girlfriend. I need to take like a minute break anyway.
That's fine.
So yeah, I'll be right back.
So Cody, is that all that does? It's just 1d4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure I wasn't missing anything.
Yeah, it's force damage.
Hmm. So I was good to describe it as a Hadouken then.
Yeah. Which I'm very curious how much HP that thing actually had.
You
I'm
can
back.
math
Sorry
it.
about that.
Because that'd be funny if it was exactly 21.
What's going on?
Curious about the HP of the thing that I killed.
Oh,
I just want to know, was it exactly 21?
no.
Because that would have been perfect. That would have meant that I gave Pat the ability to one-shot something.
It had nothing to do with the fact that I rolled crit.
Unimportant.
Oh, it
AJ
wouldn't
there?
matter.
Or did he leave?
It wouldn't matter because even if
He
you rolled
needs a
that
minute.
crit, you didn't have that 4 damage. How's your night going?
Not too bad.
What do you mean?
Did I
I'm
miss
doing good.
You didn't miss anything. Big J needed a minute.
Okay, I
Oh.
did too, so that's why I ran for a second.
No, you're
Oh.
fine. Everybody just chill. Let the music play.
Just
By the way,
relax, listen to
nice
the metal.
fucking playlist. I was like, what? Hell yeah, dude.
It's all like some dude that makes it too, so it's gonna be copyright free. You know, there's not gonna be like a giant company trying to take down videos.
Mm-hmm.
Company says they own it.
Not like Final Fantasy music.
They don't seem like they do either. I see, fucking Donkey uses it in his videos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm thinking about that. Like, I don't want to get. I mean, I'm sure Big J's YouTube is not monetized, but we still don't want to get a bunch of copyright strikes or whatever on his account, or
Yeah.
get shit muted, which happens too. So I'm trying to be careful about the music.
I just don't know if people understand me, man.
What?
Exactly. I said I just worry about people not being able to understand me.
I don't think anybody's been able to understand you for years.
it?
And
Yeah,
I've
but-
known you for a long time.
Yeah, but you know.
What?
You know.
Jesus Christ.
Must be thinking some big secret. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Nah, it's because I'm in a pretty much empty room that echoes.
Oh. That's not what I was thinking, but okay.
So people can hear outside my walls. I'm too loud.
You'll be fine.
Although I am happy somebody put TV dinners in my freezer. 'Cause it wasn't me.
Nice.
Free food.
Something that doesn't require a bottle of water.
Hmm?
All right, I'm back.
It's all rice and rum.
Oh,
Your
nice.
turn.
Yeah, my bad. Okay, let's
No, you're
see.
good.
I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna take a swing at Mister here.
The guy flinches back as you like rush towards him.
Yeah, I'd be flinching too. Because
Oh,
apparently,
you flinching?
I can't roll anything lower than a 25 tonight.
I know. Yeah, you're just like clobbering everything.
It's clobbering time.
Your swing seems to really hurt the guy. He's limping, air limping. Pat, float limping.
Pat,
Well,
Pat, never fucking do that voice again.
what, you don't like the thing?
That was some John Wayne Gacy shit, man. Never again.
Anyway, rolling. Keep going.
This guy takes a step back over here, and he. Oh yeah, I guess there's an ethereal sword there too. I keep thinking it's a weapon on the ground. Yeah. Okay. So still, he takes a step back, and he aims at Apotham, and he takes another weird thing out of his bag, and he throws it at the square Apotham standing on. And 24 touch attack probably hits. And it does 7 damage to Apotham, the magical weapon, and SB.
Ow.
7 damage. All
Magical
right.
weapon's happy though.
Say
SB
what?
up next.
Does it not
The
hit
magical
your friend?
weapon is happy. Yeah, he doesn't get hurt.
I say, does it not hit his friend?
No, I think it's just a plus sign thing, right?
Well, I don't know. You're the one that
pretty
created the
sure.
AoE.
5-foot AoE centered. Yeah, I'm gonna say it does. Okay.
I don't know.
Dude doesn't have his weapon. He's like, what the fuck?
So do I take away the 7 or no?
No, you still take 7, but the
No, yeah,
back-
you. Yeah.
7 too.
I was just wondering what AoE meant.
Luke's like has caught the thing in the center of the room, and he's like, "What is that thing?" And he's like walking towards the big shiny lens.
As he gets bigger. Holy shit.
Yeah. He walks right up there to the lens and is like awestruck by it. Pat, you're up.
As he looking.
He's looking.
Touch it, Pat. Touch it before Luke does.
I kind of want to touch Luke, but it ain't gonna happen. 1, 2, 3. I'll come up behind this guy and hit him with his no weapon ass.
And he's flanked.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And you got an additional plus 4.
15, you get a +2, 17 for the flank, and then where's the +4 from?
1d4. Sorry.
Well, other than that.
So you got a
Yeah,
17.
4.
17 hits, just barely.
Mm-hmm. And then that's
and 9
damage.
damage.
9 plus 4.
Oh, 13 damage. Okay.
Yep.
This guy looks like he's on his last leg. His last float leg. Every single euphemism involves legs or standing up.
Noticed.
Chaz, you're up.
All right, so my move action, I'm going to move the spiritual weapon over here. And it's going to take a swing.
Ooh.
Hey,
Okay,
it
well
did
damage.
something.
Hey, it
Oh
did
my
stop.
god, your god actually did something for you.
That's
Yeah, your drunk god's holding the sword. He's like invisible.
Yeah, the weapon is waving around like kind of aimlessly in between swings.
Oh, it's drunk as you are.
Per 3 caster levels. Okay, so it's 1d4, 1d8 plus 1. So it just kind of scratches him.
Okay. Yeah.
But then I'm gonna channel positive energy.
Oh, okay. The healing one or the damaging one?
All my friendlies heal for 7.
Well, my friends, does that provoke attacks?
No.
Okay, all the friendlies. Heal up, friendlies. Does it hit Luke? I don't think it looks at Luke.
No. It doesn't target Luke.
Heal it up, friendlies. Apothom, you're up.
30-foot spell, isn't it?
1
Oh,
second.
yeah, it is. But
Yeah.
hang on.
25?
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, he's 25 foot.
Can I 5-foot step up and take a full round attack still? I know I asked this.
Yep.
Okay, I'm doing that. 1. Ah.
Well,
Nah.
nice try, friendo.
Nah.
This is why I didn't buff you.
What?
This is why I didn't fucking buff you.
Damn it!
This guy spends his move action, picks up his sword,
Mm-hmm.
and Pat snuck up right behind him. He turns right around at Pat and swings at Pat.
Hit.
Hit. 10 damage.
Mm-hmm.
His weird ethereal sword blade thing strikes true. Next is this guy. Big J's in his melee. He's gonna try to cast a spell again on ya. Right in melee. He's not the brightest of weird spindly dudes. And yeah, you get an attack of opportunity. Jesus.
Is that
Okay.
with the temporary +4
Yeah.
strength?
Dude, I've got plus 11 to my attack right now. It's like, yeah.
Holy.
Okay, so yeah, the guy like kind of waves his arms together, and you start to see some lightning come out from his hands, and then your greatsword just chops both of his hands right off, and he's dead. The other one's next. He saw what you did to his friends, and yeah, he does the same kind of thing. He gestures his arms around and aims at you, and shoots you with a bolt of lightning. It hits you and jumps to 2 targets. There's only one in range, so it's just going to hit Luke. And you and Luke get reflex saves.
Fucking Luke.
I wish I was there.
Both of you fail. Everybody takes 10 damage. Both of you.
If I was there, I would have taken half of that.
I'm good.
Thank
Thank you, sir.
Oh,
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
You're up, Big J.
All right. I'm gonna do something a little unorthodox. I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm gonna end my turn.
Hmm.
Okay, you could double move if you want, but that's fine. if
Nah,
that's your plan.
I'm cool.
Okay.
Got something planned.
Next is this guy. This guy, he has like a weird chitinous mask on his face. And he reaches up with one of his hands and he pulls the mask back. And yeah, Potham and Magic Sword, you take 1 int invis damage. It's just temporary damage. But yeah, he pulls back his mask and it's like there's all kinds of tentacles and worms and stuff in there, and it's like completely shocking, terrifying.
I don't get a will save.
No, there's no will save.
What?
He's a
You're closer to me, brother.
terrifying beast from the abyss.
Mask gaze. Is that a?
Must be your up.
Is,
All right.
man, is that
Now, the thing in the
There
center.
are 3.5 monsters converted.
oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Anyway. So Luke is trying to go to the thing in the center.
Luke is like looks very interested in the thing in the center. Yeah, he's like checking it out.
Alright. I'm going to step this way and then go all the way up. Doing an attack of opportunity.
Okay, he gets to swing at you.
Yeah,
He hits
it
you.
hits for 12.
Oh,
All
That's
right.
it.
Hard.
You get patted on the butt.
Minus 12. Enter. Alright. Now I'm between it and Luke. I'm going to look at Luke. I'm going to wink at him and then touch whatever it is that he has interested in.
The like clear
Crystal?
crystal in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
The crystal is warm to the touch. The surface that you're touching appears to be very finely polished and kind of like concave. Nothing seems to happen. Above you, the crystal is like 15 feet tall, and right in the middle of it, about like 7 feet above you, is the beam.
Alright. And that'll be it.
Nearby, there's like a rock plinth thing that you saw one of the black magician dudes was standing at, and you can see that on the surface of it there are 3 levers. Luke's up, and he takes a couple steps over and he looks at the same thing and he says, "Hey guys, there's a bunch of levers. You want me to pull 'em?
Luke.
What do you think?"
Yeah, pull him all.
Do it.
Mm.
My hand's still on the crystal.
Okay, Luke reaches for the leftmost lever. He just grabs the lever and he pulls it. And the lever moves all the way to its like ending point. SBU, with your hand on the crystal, notice some kind of like slight movement. Like there's some imperceptible, mechanism that adjusted.
Mm-hmm.
And the beam on the other side of the crystal adjusts as its focus. It gets wider and more blurry looking. Pat, you're up next.
Luke, don't touch anything! Oh,
You could have said that before.
I could have, but I
Now you're
wanted to
saying
see what it
Luke?
did. I wanted to see what it did.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Now,
Like there
are
was
you-
question marks.
Pat, are you saying Luke, don't touch? Or are you saying look, don't touch to everyone?
Don't touch anything except for a monster.
We need to clarify this now before.
I'm gonna fucking pop the guy in front of me. What if I miss? Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna do flurry of blows.
All right. You hit. And your punch is enough to break this guy into multiple pieces.
He's already dead.
That's fine. I don't
You
even
can
need to
describe
do
the
the
death if you want. Wait, he's dead.
multiple fists charged up anime style and kills him. You
Plus
guys
4.
seen it.
Plus-
You just want me to
Also,
roll
good
it.
stuff.
Yeah, I'll 5-fist up here.
Chaz, you're up.
Okay. This is my last round for my spiritual weapon, so it's going to make its last desperate attempt to do fucking
Come on,
something.
spiritual weapon.
It's going to be
We
like a
believe
2.
in you.
It's going to be a 2. I get +6 on it. It's still going to be like a 2.
You can do this, spiritual weapon.
Fuck you.
No, it does not hit. Spiritual weapon is a disappointment to its family.
Yeah, it disappears. Sigbert steps up and uses his last channel.
Okay, he's healing all the boys.
Is everybody for... No, I'm sorry. I got one more channel after that. I have 5 total.
Okay, so 6 heal?
Yep.
Okay.
Possum, you're up. Can you finish him off?
Where is he? Oh, okay. Here we go. I'm gonna try again.
Ooh, and the second one's good though. Yeah, you take both your rapiers and you swing. The first one goes wide, but the second one hits the guy right on his weird chitinous plating. That does just enough damage to kill him. You want to describe it?
My sword pierces through his skull as I ream him a new hole that he already had plenty of.
Plenty.
Now, hang on.
Not
Did
sponsored
you
by
mean that to
Taliesin
rhyme?
Buffs.
What?
Did you mean that to rhyme?
Chaz is like, nice iambic pentameter, bro.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's
What the fuck did you call it? What? No, stop. We go nowhere. Repeat what you just said.
Iambic pentameter? Iambic? What's it
That
called?
was actually closer than I thought, so never mind. You're good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. You
We'll go
kill a
back to your
guy.
recording.
You can also 5 foot. You can also 5 foot step if you want. Pop.
You could also heal
Yeah,
for
I'm gonna
6.
do that.
Oh yeah, you gotta heal. Yeah.
Did I heal? Oh.
No, you didn't. That's why I said you could heal for 6.
Did SP too? I don't think SP did.
What the hell was there a hill?
There was a
Chaz
heal when Ches turned.
right
Pay
before
attention,
popping,
boys.
Yeah. You gotta heal yourself.
Yeah.
Not holding your hands.
No, hand gloves are off.
That's fine.
Next up is this guy. They have very little movement, but yeah, he
Out
gets
of the
close
dark.
enough. And out of the darkness. I'm gonna say he's got a sight on SP there. I guess now he doesn't. Yeah, I don't think he does. It's a dick move. My back's turned. He like gestures his hands and seems to charge his hands with lightning. He stands there in a pose, like a ninja pose with his hands waiting. Big J, you're up.
All right. I probably should have asked this last turn, but how big are these stairs? Can I get a bull rush out of this?
Let's say, yeah, you can get a bull rush. A bull rush.
Or floating in air.
Hell
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so stairs don't even matter.
Oh yeah, true.
You could mentally bull rush.
But I can still bull rush.
Right. I mean, as long as the DM's okay with it. Probably
yeah,
not.
I think so. Yeah, you can make a bull rush as part of a charge.
Hell
Sponsored
yeah.
by-
Roll a CM. So when you get in range, he was prepared, right? Like he prepared an action. He cast a touch spell, and as you get in range, he reaches out to try and touch you. Oh, he rolls a 4 though, which I'm pretty sure you got way higher touch AC than that.
Yes. 11.
That 19 though? Holy.
You're right.
No, yeah. So yeah, he reaches at you, but the touch doesn't hit. His hand looks like it's made of lightning. But yeah, you do get in range to grapple him. So now you do a CMB.
Oh yeah. Make sure you read the notes on the notes didn't pop up. What the shit?
Good stuff.
That's actually +4 to that
that
as well.
succeeds. And
But-
with a bull rush, you get to push him back 5 feet. And for every 5 which you exceed, you can push back an additional. So what was it? It was 16 total?
Yes.
You get 10 feet of pushback.
Yeah, push that bitch 10 feet.
Okay, like that way?
Yep, that way.
I think you go with him.
Yeah, take that, bitch.
Okay. Bull rush.
Sponsored by Talison's Buffs.
It's brought to you by. You're up, Taliesin.
Alright. Well, you know me. I'm gonna be stupid and see what happens. Gonna go over here and then just gonna step into this other side of the beam. See if anything happens.
So the beam's up in the sky, but yeah, you can float into the beam.
Ah.
As soon as you touch the beam,
You die.
Let me look on this table here. It says
Bear's like, oh shit.
you die.
That's what I was expecting for you to build up to.
So yeah, as soon as you get in the area of the beam, it's much wider than it like used to be and much dimmer.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you touch the beam, it burns you with a purpley energy,
Hmm.
and nothing appears to happen.
Alright.
Luke's up next, and he's like, "What are you doing? Trying to kill yourself?
Testing things.
Maybe one of these levers will fix it."
Just like how you learn alchemy, you eat everything.
That's not how you learn alchemy.
And he says, "Look here, there's some words or something. What's this say? Squiggle, squiggle." Pat, you're up.
Okay. 1, 2. No damage done to him. Stunning fist with attempt to stun.
Okay. I think he gets a something save.
DC 12 of fort.
Ooh. So he's not
Well-
stunned, but you did do damage.
Don't forget your sponsored buff.
You also crit. I hate how
Nice.
it re-rolls the dice for crits though, so you get a 10, 11.
And then, yeah, 11.
Oh, that hurts the guy a lot. You can tell he was quite surprised you ran up and punched him, but he was able to resist the stun. Chez, you're up. There's the killing blow. It's waiting for you.
Sigbert, come finish this guy!
Sigbert trundles up. Trundle.
Trundle.
And attempts to murk a dude.
Oof.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Alright, roll the damage. What are you swinging, your Warhammer?
Yep.
Mhm.
I dink it. I just give him a little tap on the kneecap and see what that does.
He
You
doesn't
hit
have
him on the
to wait.
kneecap, and his leg cracks right off, and the rest of his legs all crack off, and he like disintegrates into bits.
Oh, he only had 3 HP. Good job, Sigbert. Good job.
Hell yeah.
About
Nice
time
job,
you did
Sorry, hang
something.
on. Yeah, right. Too fucking right.
You sober yet?
No.
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 Okay.
Why would I ever do that?
Exactly.
So yeah, the beam kind of hums, and Luke says, "Look, guys, there's a couple more levers. You want me to pull them?"
Not while Talison's in the beam.
Do it
Talison, move.
for science.
You're gonna die.
Fine.
So you can see on the panel here, there's 3 levers. Left
Mhm.
one, a middle one, and a right one. The left one is the one that Luke pulled, and it seemed like it made the beam thicker.
Hmm.
And yeah, Luke looks at the big lens and he's like, "I just bought Junior magnifying lens the other week." Like, what the hell's going on here, you guys?
Hmm?
What is this beam? That's what Luke's saying.
Well, it's a damaging beam that I'd like to not kill everybody with. Perhaps we hit another switch?
Luke, pull the switch.
Hold the next.
Which one?
Pull the next one to the one that you pulled.
They all got writing, but it's like I never read it before. I can't read it. It just squiggles.
Just
You
pull
want me to pull the middle
them
one?
randomly.
Does anybody know the language of which it's in?
Taking a glance, no. Everybody takes a look at it has never seen this language before.
Okay. Yeah, just hit the middle switch then.
Might have a spell or something, but that's it, really.
Wait a second. I think I might have read magic.
It might be an actual
Or
language, not
language.
magic.
I have linguistics.
No. You're not gonna Da Vinci Code like reverse engineer the language.
Not in
Man, that
my
makes me wanna
dungeon.
Makes me
You're
want to
ruining my story.
I just need a research team, 2 decades, and $1 million, and I can figure this language out.
Oh, right. All right.
Yeah, so he says, "You want me to pull the middle one?"
Yeah.
He pulls the beam, and pulls the middle one, and the beam changes from like the kind of pink color that it is to more of a like red color. I don't have a way to model that really, but
We're good. Imagination.
All right, who wants to touch this one?
he says, "What about the other one?"
I already touched the first one.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's 3, yeah, left one, the right, the middle one, and then there's the right one left. He hasn't pulled yet. Did you pull it?
Maybe Brimwald knows something.
You can't see it.
Brynwald's here, and
but
he
can't
can
see
see
shit.
the beam, and he can see that the beam changes like from a big size to a small size, but like that's it. Otherwise, this whole room appears to be, just like open space to him.
Yeah.
He explains he's never seen anything like this beam. He didn't even know this place was here, but it obviously looks like it was made or was here for the beam.
You heard him. Luke was here for the beam.
Says whatever it is, try to break it or whatever. What do you think?
Hit the next switch. Pop them.
As you hit the last switch, the beam seems to kind of dim significantly. Like it's bright red colored, but now it's dimmed much more dimly to kind of a darker blood red. It appears much fuzzier, much dimmer, and different color than it was before.
Can we throw a corpse in it? See what happens?
Sure.
Okay. Throwing corpse into said beam that has now dimmed down.
Before the lens or after the lens? So it's coming from the bottom, right? And going up.
I guess top side? Like the one that's going up. Yeah.
Okay, up here.
The big one. Yeah.
Say big beam, little beam.
Yeah.
Well, the one lever changes how thick it is, right? So.
Thick, color. What's next, girth?
You
Length?
throw the corpse into the beam. Like Espicana, as soon as it gets in there, it begins to kind of ablate, right? Like the energy of the beam seems to kind of make the particles of the monster burn off. It seems to burn about as fiercely as it did when Espy jumped in there. And the corpse kind of floats in the beam for a while as it slowly disintegrates. It kind of slowly drifts down the beam as it disintegrates more and more.
We need to hit the switch that probably made it bigger? And that might turn it off?
I think it'll make it small again.
But it's already dim, right? So it would be fading. Maybe that'll turn it off.
I'm about to start swinging at the crystal.
Hold on, Arukabar. Just calm down. Not
So,
everything
yeah,
can be
it's-
ended with violence.
It's red.
Sponsored
it's
by
round,
Taliesin
and
Buffs.
it's wide.
Anyone else have any suggestions
Did we pull the third
besides
switch?
swinging at it?
Yeah, you pulled all three. The first one controlled how wide the beam was. The second one controlled its color, and the third one controlled how bright it was, like its intensity.
Yeah, we should flip the first one now.
So
Yeah.
you'd like it to be thin again.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you flip the switch the other way, and the beam thins down to razor's thin point, and it's red. But it seems to be not as bright as it was before when it was this diameter.
I was wondering if it would get even brighter. That was my thought process. Oh, I'm stumped. Urukaba, you're up.
I think that's about it since nobody has suggestions. Fucking hell. No mic, no nothing. Rolls fucking damage and attack.
Yep.
He's like just sitting over there, just hovering over it.
Yep.
Alright, what happens, Bear?
Alright, do your worst.
Oh, one moment.
That didn't sound good.
Wasn't expecting that. Whoopsie.
Did I just bring upon the calling?
No, maybe.
The calling.
There's an A. God damn it.
1 second.
Okay, so the object has hardness of this. Her range of thickness. The thickness is, I don't know. Judging by the thing, 5 feet. Judging by the crude model.
What did we do?
And we just ended our session. No more Monday night.
No, we just go.
So Opossum, you take a swing at the thing. I'm trying to turn it into a thing where I can give it a life bar, but I can't.
Huh?
You take a swing with your greatsword at the giant crystal lens. The lens is like 15 foot tall and clear, and the beam goes through the center of it.
How do I have a great sword?
No, Aruka bar. It's
Big
okay.
J, did I say the wrong person? Sorry.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah, Big J, you come up with your greatsword and swing at this big lens from the side. You swing at the lens, and as soon as you hit it, you chip off a large chunk of the surface of the lens. You haven't shattered it, but you have chipped off a large part of it. Half the beam kind of seems to fracture, and a bit of it shoots off in a different direction.
Can I take the crystal and put it in my bag?
The part that you chopped off?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about a foot by a foot. Like, it's a pretty big chunk.
It's like, oh, he's got a. Don't you have a bag of whatever the fuck?
Yeah,
Many things?
that's not bad. That's not that big. But I've got like a regular bag.
Oh, like a backpack.
We could like chop it up some more so we can each take some pieces. If it even does anything.
No. Potham's already carrying some poison ass shit, evidently.
Alright, well.
I'll drop my can.
Yeah, whatever you've done has obviously like messed with the structure of this thing and is kind of messed with its refraction capabilities.
Alright, well, clock's ticking, so come up with something or I'm swinging again.
Can I pull the poisonous ore out of my pack and throw it at it?
The what?
The toxic ore stuff, because I put the sample back in my bag.
Toxic ore. Oh, okay. Okay. The ore you
Yeah,
got in
I
your
take
bag.
all the ore out and I throw it at it.
Okay.
No, we're just throwing things at our.
Oh yeah, you guys aren't making this easy, but yeah, you take the big hunk of ore out of your bag. It's about 6 inches by 6 inches, and like a football, you kind of hurl it at this lens. The ore hits the surface of the lens pretty easily. It's a big target, and it kind of enters some of the beam. It bonks, against the glass and reflects into the beam. And the ore doesn't seem to be like too affected. It kind of goes through the beam and continues flying through the air.
Damn it! I
at
was
a
hoping
leisurely
for a
pace.
reaction. Oh well. Well, I'm out of ideas.
That was
Wait,
better
I
going
got
not in
one.
my house.
I got a better idea. Can I try to disable the device?
There's a bunch of levers over there you could try to disable, but there's no clear mechanism on the lens. It's like a lens that's kind of mounted in the ground. You've kind of already figured out what the mechanisms do. You could disable the levers if that's what you want to do, so that somebody like couldn't adjust them behind you. Is
Oh
that what you
no,
mean?
no. I'm trying to like disable the lens, like unmount it from wherever it is.
Big J's in the process of unmounting it, I think.
Clock's ticking. That's all I'm saying.
Currently, it looks like the beam's kind of splitting into two shards. One of them continues flying, right, like out the back of the temple. There's like a nice, cute hole in the wall for it. The other one flies real strangely, though, and seems like the central kind of spear that when you fractured the lens, you made half of the kind of beam shoot here, where it just hits the floor of the temple and doesn't seem to reflect anywhere. The floor of the temple there looks like it's kind of starting to smoke and smolder.
Break it.
I moved the left lever.
The left lever makes the beams thicker again. So both the beams kind of expand.
Okay. And then I moved the right lever.
Both the beams that were kind of dim and light get much brighter.
I moved the center
The
lever.
one aiming at the floor starts to burn and fizzle and like clearly is burning and melting the floor. The center lever makes the beams back from red into pink.
I moved the so it's only size and intensity
Color, yes.
and color.
Yep. Focus, like size, intensity, and color. Yes, that's a good one. And yeah, Brynwald says, "What's taking you guys so long?" Like
I moved the left lever again.
he says, "I liked it when you had the two little ones. Looked right."
Fuck you, Brynwald. You don't know shit.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to make the beam smaller and
Okay.
the same intensity, and try to make them both focus on the same spot somehow. And so I want to search around the room to see if there's a way to refract the light.
So
Hey,
you're making them thin, and then are you making them more intense or less intense?
More intense.
And red or pink?
Red.
We've
Or
got,
sorry, no, pink. Sorry.
We've got the chunk of crystal. I can just like hold it back up to the big crystal.
Oh yeah. We could use the crystal.
Yeah,
that
I
we
mean,
broke
there's
off
no
the-
control for you to like aim the two beams or whatever, but yeah, seems like whatever damage was caused the refraction.
Ooh, so
could-
like,
you
can
could
I
try to,
use
like,
the
hold
chunk
that
of
one
crystal to like deflect some?
Yeah, you can go wherever you want and
Try
to
it.
hold the crystal in the beam,
Hey,
right?
hey, Luke,
What are you
Luke,
trying to do?
Luke, come over here real quick. I want to try something.
What is it?
So like, I think we can deflect this beam. Like, go stand somewhere.
What are we trying to do here?
Oh, I want to see if this crystal will deflect some of the beam, and I need something to test it on.
Hey.
So what do you just want me to like hold this into the? Just like hold this thing in the end of the beam?
Yeah. Just take the crystal and like point it at the wall or something, or a party
I-
member.
this one?
I have no
I-
preference.
I cast Mage Hand and pluck the object out of his hands and make it go to where he wants it to.
Okay. What beam are you putting it in?
The straight one.
The straight one's aimed at the floor already. It's like burning a hole in the floor.
Oh.
And
Then
yeah,
that-
as you
then
hold
not
the
the straight
crystal into the beam, it's clear that you can aim it however you wish, but it's very finicky, right? You have to hold it very still. The beam, wherever you aim it, darts around.
Aim it at the console, blow it up.
What?
That's kind of counterproductive.
Or is it?
Or is it?
At this point,
You guys like the beam puzzle.
Fucking fuck this.
this was
puzzle.
not meant to happen.
Yeah, so Brynwald kind of explains like, what are you guys doing here? Are you trying to like figure it out? I mean, I think we should just do whatever appears to make it weakest.
Oh.
I mean, I asked you
He
like
said,
5 minutes ago.
I like the look of the one hitting the floor there, burning the floor. You know, whatever energy this is, isn't going where it should be.
Where should it be going is what I'm trying to figure out.
I mean, the beam keeps going through the temple wall that way.
Through the wall.
Yes.
Yeah, the beam enters the temple from the bottom right and hits this lens, and it continues through to the top left, and the beam goes through the temple wall, like back outside. Like there's it seems to be like a specially made kind of window.
Oh. And it's coming in pink.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I would think that it would want to leave pink.
Judging from this, just being in here and thinking about it, looking at it, and everybody scratching their heads and looking at the walls and trying to figure it out. You can see that this temple clearly was made at this weird angle, and it looks real old. Everything is real old stonework. It clearly was designed for this purpose, and then the way the holes are in the top of the temple and in behind the beam is that, like, this beam was supposed to come from this direction and was supposed to go in that direction. And this temple was clearly made with that in mind.
So everything's supposed to go in the same direction?
So let's make the beam small, turn up the intensity, and then play with the color.
Wait, let's make it low intensity and small, and see if we can move the lenses to be pointing in the right direction through the temple.
We wouldn't be doing this if I didn't hit it.
Hit it with the damn thing.
What? Hit it?
No, don't actually hit it. Stop.
Do it.
Oh no.
So is it just me, or did we break the puzzle?
No,
it's
God's trying to be nice. We haven't broken it yet.
No, I feel like you guys are overthinking it a little bit, right? Like the idea is that there's some controls here that adjust the parameters of the beam. Your goal is to make the beam as weak as possible, right? But you don't necessarily know which parameters are weaker or stronger.
Uh-huh.
You are free to experiment with the different parameters, which I feel like you have at this point.
The answers would be at the other end of the beam.
Yeah, essentially this beam is going somewhere, it's powering something through this top left wall.
Now, if we move the main beam off its trajectory, whatever it's supposed to connect to is fucked.
Already it looks like you've diverted half of the beam's energy into the floor. Brandwald points out. He says that looks pretty good.
Well, okay, so the beam is powering something. So technically, if I destroy it, there's no beam.
No, the beam will continue on in the same trajectory.
Oh, yeah.
Correct.
This is a way to alter the flow. Well,
yeah,
now
just like
it
a
is.
laser, right? This laser's hitting
Now
the
it
lens
is,
here
anyway.
that's adjusting some parameters of it, and it's keeping on going in the same direction. Your damage has caused a bit of it to curve, right?
Yeah, and we can manipulate that
All
somehow.
right. There's 3 switches, so what's that? Like 9 different combinations. We're bound to get it at some point.
Take another chunk out, and then we have.
I mean, it's not like there's a combination where it's going to go ka-chunk, you win.
Mm-hmm.
You have to figure out what the win condition is, right? Like, I mean, there's levers here, and you can adjust them. You can also smash the lens, and all these things might have effects on the outcomes.
I want to try and point the light in a completely different direction, personally.
There isn't like a lever that twists the lens.
Yeah, but
But
we have
it's just
that
because,
chunk.
like, if you did twist the lens would hit like the wall instead of the hole in the wall, right?
Oh, yeah, but I'm saying with that chunk of it, though, should be able to somewhat point it.
Sure. What are you doing?
Well, I'm just saying, like how you're projecting a laser through like a prism.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He tried it with his mage hand, right? And it deflected the laser, but it's like floating in space. It's not supported.
I was just saying, is the main beam point that? Because isn't that what's making the second beam?
The lens is like fractured, right? So half the beam is just splitting.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah.
We're doing any more major story stuff tonight?
We're trying to.
Because it's 10:30. I gotta go to bed.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I gotta go.
I'm gone, but we could.
Everyone's
also
going.
call it at the lens puzzle and convene next week.
Yeah.
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 Let's
All
give
right.
it a
You guys will
shot.
be scratching your heads about it the whole week.
Yeah,
So-
pretty much.
All right. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for the game.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing, everybody.